Soda, dude.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to the 57th annual Clodcast episode. We're doing the the Quagsire PRs today. I'm joined by Ben, Emilio, and Roy today.
Hello.
Hello. That's better than Amigos one.
Ooh, what do you mean? My intro yesterday was amazing.
Your
if someone didn't stop
intro
cutting me off.
yesterday was good, but
Yeah, okay.
Soda just
in my defense,
did
there was a situation.
Soda just did a perfect representation of Emilio's first few intros.
Hey, what can I say?
I will also
if
be
you
honest,
hear an
yeah, there was a
unfamiliar-
situation going on with a live game, so I kept interrupting Emilio yesterday by mistake. I was like, right, I'm muted. I need to go fucking deal with this shit. Yeah, like that.
Jerk. Anyways, if you hear an unfamiliar voice, as you see, it's regular cast boys. We have our guest today who also did the intro. Our boy Soda Mario, aka Quagsire Coach Soda Mario, coach of the Gooners,
Captain of the Goon Squad.
captain of the
Emilio's part of
Goon
it.
Squad. Of course I am. I'm Orange, bro.
He's the number one sub.
He's the biggest gooner.
I don't know if I want that title.
I do, baby.
Oh,
And I
man.
wear
Then
it
we
with
know what to change
pride.
his name to.
Biggest.
Get revenge. Change his name to Biggest Gooner. All Biggest Gooner,
Org's biggest gooner. There you go.
Org Goon.
As you can see, just like in the Clodcast video, the slides were made by me. In Whooper, they were made by Emilio and his helpers.
He's got a special surprise for that one.
Yo, Soda almost spoiled it yesterday. Come on.
So I deleted the message, bro. I only wanted you to see it.
Okay.
Exactly.
I've actually looked at the teams. I've looked at the teams now and I'm like, oh my god, you guys could have been harsher because there's some of the teams I do not like.
Yeah, some of the teams are awful.
For context,
offense to the
Scrag
Whooper
Balls,
coaches.
your team is definitely in the top half of like Whooper in the nicest way.
Bro, do you think I was joking when I said he has a top 3 Whooper team?
I wouldn't go that far, but yes, I didn't think you
would.
I thought you were joking at first, and I looked, I was like, actually, I can see it now.
Before we talk more about Whooper and Clodcast, we're here for the Quagsire PR, so we should get right into
AKA
it.
best div, aka the div everyone in this call is playing in.
True.
It's the real top division.
This is the real top div, aka the new div.
And at the
We start with
bottom
one of my children.
of Quagsire, we have one of Roy's children. And they are complaining that everything's about work with you, Roy, isn't it?
Well, maybe if my child did a better draft.
Small mid.
Small mid.
Unfortunately,
Scary
Small is
small
not meeting
mid.
the allegations.
Small who hacks
Small.
me out in the finals game.
They just learned that from me.
Yeah.
And they'll always hold that against you.
Real quick,
Actually-
one thing for the Quagsire for all the people who have not watched the Clodcast video or any PR video before, we rank teams on 4 credentials. First of all, is essential roles. What are essential roles? For example, does your team have a steel type, a ground type, a grounded poison, bulky water, flying type? Does it have removal? Does it can it set up hazards? Then breaking power is pretty self-explanatory. How well can a team break through defenses? Then it's supporting roles. Like, do they have enough monsters that can support their offense and get the offense rolling? And then problem-solving ability. How many different sets can the team run? Can the Pokemon run? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And since this is your child, Roy, you can start with the essential rules for your child.
Okay, so to start with, we'll start with the positives. So there's a ground type, there's a steel type, there is 2 fairy types, which works with Coco quite well. There is a bulky water type, one of the better ones in my opinion, Vaporeon. You've got a dark type, so Ghost isn't too much of a problem. Where it starts to fall down is with oh shit, I just got a text message. Give me 2 seconds. I will do that now. Basically hazard removal is very bad on this team. It's basically Iron Trash because when you've got a Tapu Koko team where you're setting up basically terrain for your other mons, you don't want to run default. and Pineco does not count as removal. I'm sorry. Just no. And the hazards are a bit air as well with Iron Tread and Iron Moth and Torterra. And that's and Pineco gets spikes, I guess. Right.
Yeah, but
I'll be 2 seconds,
Pineco is a
I'll be back in
Pokemon
a
that will
minute, sorry.
barely come in any matchups, so
I don't think it comes in any,
yeah.
to be honest.
Pineco is dog though. He's like mini Fortress without the steel type and without like
Without all the
everything good about
good
Fortress.
qualities of Fortress.
If you
That
give
really
it
sucks
Terra
because having-
Steel, it's the same thing.
Small is a person who sniped me. They took Vaporeon from me, which really cucked me because I had to fucking replan a lot because of that.
Fucking Small sniped me too, bro. I wanted Terra Hoopa.
Yeah. Imagine getting sniped on
I
Terra
really
Hoopa.
built a whole draft around Terra Hoopa too, and then you just ended up not getting it.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. Bro, that was the second mon I pulled in my builder. I was like, I'm third pick. Give me Chiyu. I need a Terramon. I want Terra Hoopa.
Should
I
have
get
picked it
Chiyu, I
earlier,
lose
huh?
Terra Hoopa. Oh, because no one ever drafts Terra Hoopa ever in this league at least. First time I've seen
Small with the
people
pull
draft
up.
it.
Yeah, Small pulled up and just said no.
I will say the bad removal on this team specifically really sucks too, because like I feel like with Iron Moth you want to run like not boots every week, but I think you're gonna have to here, and then this kind of sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's the
It
same
just
thing for like
forces
the
a move on
Kyurem.
treads.
The Kyurem wants to have different items than just boots, but
It
with
wants to
how
run
little
loaded
removal
dice and
there
like
is,
shit.
it will eat 25% every time it's coming in. Same with Enamorous and Iron Moth.
So he's going to need a
You really
lot of
hate to
boots
see
in
it.
this team. You probably
Yeah,
want a backup. You want an actual real backup. You want a real backup spinner and not Pineco, if I'm being honest. Default
Yeah.
doesn't really work with this team, but a backup spinner does.
exactly. This team shines in the breaking power though, because offensively this team is very, very good. First of all, there's like Coco with the Treads and Moth, and then we still have the two Terramons, which are both very good offensive Terramons. Plus, you add Kyurem and Torterra to that. The offense is pretty fucking good.
Offensively, this is good. Right? When I have problems with this team, I feel like Smoliv can make it work.
It's like, you know,
The big thing
even
that
like some of
sketches
the
me
lower
out.
tiers, like, can go pretty crazy.
Yeah,
Hooper as well, especially, is going to be a really good Terra, I think. Because as someone who's basically not to a sack, I know how good Terra Hooper is. And it is it's very good defensive check as well in some matchups, so that will help them too.
yeah.
How do y'all feel about Scrappy being the dark type for the team though?
That's one
Yeah.
thing I don't like
Little
as
shiced.
much, because
Little
I will
shiced.
say
Yeah,
this.
I was kind of sketched on it.
Spoiler for one of the battles they've done, Scrafty has put in work.
yeah, it's just one battle though. So the big problem with Scrafty is that 4 times weakness to fairy type moves, and a lot of golf types these days do get some type of fairy coverage,
He
or
loses to Spectre. That's all you gotta say.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This team does lose hard to Spectre. Good shout. What? Yeah, they have no Spectre checks.
yeah, like that's the big
The
problem. But
one person.
it is manageable. Like ghost types that do get fairy coverage will do put holes in this team very, very easily, which
They
is
lose
the
again
big
last
issue.
day.
Yeah. A big factor where this team also struggles in is the supporting roles, because outside of Vaporeon, most of the mons are either defensive or offensive. There's no real support mons outside of Vaporeon.
Yeah, honestly, I could have rated this lower for like support in Mons. I was kind of pushing it with like, well, Trez can rapid spit. Taboo Coco's kind of supporting the team by setting up terrain for them, but
Exactly.
otherwise,
Terrain
yeah,
and
it's-
screens. They
That's
got
it, really.
decent knockoff. They got decent knock users. So they got Treads. They got Scrafty, and actually,
That's
never mind. they
it,
don't.
yeah.
That's never mind. For
They do
some
not have
reason,
decent knockoff
I thought
users.
I thought they had more. I don't know why.
No, like the support on this team runs mostly through Coco and Vaporeon, which is why it is a
Does
5,
Iron
because Coco does help a lot of the team work well together. But then there's
I know
also
this
the
is really
problem.
pushing it. Does Iron Moth get corrosive gas? I feel like it doesn't.
What the fuck is
It gets
corrosive
acid.
gas?
Oh, so basically,
Oh, that's
it's a
like the
new
poison
mutagen.
knockoff, right?
Yeah, basically it's a knockoff.
I don't know if
It doesn't do
gets
any
that.
damage, but it can get rid of it gets rid of items.
Bro, I'm not gonna
Because
lie,
I
that might
remember-
be the first time I've ever heard.
If you run that shit on Iron Moth, you're wasting a move slot.
Because I remember Spike used to run it all the time on Wheezing Standard.
This kid's a demon.
That's the only reason
That's
I
my
even know that
draft
move.
goat. Yeah, that's my
That's
draft
my
goat.
draft goat.
I just remember random ass moves that no one ever uses.
Yeah. One more thing though, the problem solving ability is also like not that high because outside of Coco and Kyurem, most Pokemon have defined roles on this team. Like Enamorus is gonna be a bulky special attacker, Hoopa is gonna be offensive, Moth is gonna be offensive, Vaporeon's gonna be support or defensive. Like there's not a lot of variation this team will have.
Smoliv does like their heat, but even then, that they will be pushing it with some of the team.
Yeah.
Wait, Ben.
Huh?
How the fuck did you get a 0.5 on this team?
My
It's
bad.
27.5.
Dude, I was
bad.
tired of shit while making these. Because I did
I'm
the
guessing-
slides first, and then I put the stuff in.
I'm gonna guess that basically Ben changed one of my
Changed his mind.
scores because I think one of my scores
Yeah.
was a 0.5. I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah, I think I just edited in Roy's total score from 27.5 and forgot to either add the 0.5 somewhere or added 0.5 somewhere. I don't remember. I'm gonna be honest.
Either way, it's last.
Yeah.
Smoliv, it was 0.5 higher, whatever it was. Okay.
Anyway, that's Molov's team, and they are number 16. Off to number 15,
Sorry, Smoliv.
which is last year's Whooper winner. Whopper, Junior Double Triple Whopper.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of hard to read because it says he a supporter for real. But I read that
Yeah.
as he a stripper for real.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Yeah, he a stripper for real.
But one
Yes,
thing to know
stripper.
about Hamburger, he once delayed having sex to play a draft league game.
Oh, that's
He's
like one of
not
my
my
favorite things
draft
on this
goat.
scoreboard.
Honestly,
That's my draft goat.
I actually think I dislike this team more than I dislike Smoliv's team, but overall, it's still probably rates slightly better than Smoliv's team. I don't know what it is because none of the ones are bad. It's just like
This is a draft that's very high. It's a very high tier draft. Like he poured most of his points into the high tier mons.
Yeah.
I just think the thing
Shout
I
out
dislike
Petra.
about the most is the Fairy Dragon Steel Core all have quad weaknesses. So it's like if you
Yeah.
have a mon with good coverage, it's gonna be hard to pilot that.
Yeah, and that's why also a reason why essential rolls are so low, because the Soul Steel type, except for the Steel Terra Weezing, is King Gambit.
Sligoo. Yeah, there's a Sligoo.
They have
Yeah,
two
They
steals, by
got
the way.
King Gambit.
Yeah, but how often is that Sligoo coming?
No, they have two steals. They have King Gambit. King Gambit's literally a steal.
Yeah, but King
Not-
Gambit is a
not
bad pure steel, like a bad steel type to have as your defensive steel type, you know?
Agreed. I will say the problem more I have with Sligoo being the backup to King Gambit is the fact that Sligoo also is neutral to Fairy.
Yeah.
That's where the flaw comes into
That
it for
is
me.
also
That's
true.
the better way of explaining
Ah,
it.
yeah,
I
that's
don't
true.
hate Sligoo here, but with King Gambit, I don't think it works as well.
They do have two poison types to make up for like not having a proper steel for the dragons.
No, they have 3 poison types.
Yeah, Weezing.
They do have-
Oh yeah, I
Weezing.
forgot the Weezing. Yeah,
Weezing,
they had 3.
Galar, and then yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
So pretty much go a regular a psychic type with fairy moves will punish this team.
I will
Fuck.
also say they have no water type.
Yep. They have
They have
two Terra Waters,
Weezing. Terra
but
Water
they
monster.
don't have a natural
I
water
mean,
type.
Weezing works. Yeah. I will also say this as well. Very ground weak. Rillaboom is coming nearly every matchup, I think, because my god, this team does not like ground spam,
Like look,
especially if they don't bring levitate.
like there's Slowking, Petra, and Diancie, King Gambit, Weezing if it's not Levitate, and Sligoo, all that are weak to ground. And you only have
Oh,
one
this team-
resist, which is the Rillaboom.
Oh, God, this team loses to fucking Zygarde.
Yeah, like I mean, there's a lot of problems here. Like, and it hurts me because Rillaboom, Slowking, Galar is like one of my favorite 2 pairings. And to rate a team that this low, I hate it. I hate having to rate a team this low with that pairing.
Yeah, like the big problem for me is like the points could have been spent differently. Like you don't need 3 poison types, although they do have different roles on the team. Like you could maybe switch up the Petron for something that's maybe better for the team than, because Wheezing is already a defensive poison type, same with Slowking, so you're using Petron offensively in this sense then, and you have better offensive mons than Petron on the team already, so maybe grab something else.
Like I like the ones
Also,
individually,
they
but
ghost type.
yeah, the
Together they
combination.
don't work as well.
I don't think they work as well. Like I would be dropping one of Wheezing, Galar, or Petron for sure. I drop King Gambit as well. I don't think King Gambit works on this team. I
Yeah.
think there's better
No,
skills.
either no.
Like getting a proper steal instead of King Gambit would probably fix a lot, and then switching either Wheezing Galar or Petron for a proper water type would be probably way better.
I'm ironically Jellicent would actually be really good here. Jellicent would actually help a lot.
Yeah.
And then maybe something to take
Just pick up
advantage of, like...
Hamburger, if you're watching this, just draft Empoleon, dude.
You have Empoleon.
I know that was the funny thing.
Yo, hit me
This
up
is
in
why I
DMs.
didn't say...
Really
This is
quick.
why I
Hit me up in
didn't...
DMs.
This is why I didn't say to Smoliv, like, oh, just draft Serena to fix your basically backup spinner thing, because I have Serena.
Yeah.
No, don't come to my DMs Smoliv, for that. I'm not giving you Serena. Sorry, love you.
While we're hating on this team a lot, this team's offensive power is very fucking good though. Because you have Roaring Moon, you have Mega Diancie, you have Rillaboom, you have King Gambit, and even something like the Petron and the Terra Mudsdale can do damage.
I think nearly every
not
team
fighting though.
I think every team in Quagsire didn't end up. I actually at least liked their breaking power. Like, didn't love it on every team, but like every team at a minimum had very good breaking power. Partly because Ordinary's not in the tier drafting stall, but you know we move.
Yeah. Supporting roles for the team are also pretty good because the Slowking Galar is one of the best support mons in general. It brings in future side potential like Yawn, Thunder Wave, Toxics. It can get out if it wants to.
Rillaboom does support Chili as well. Rillaboom supports the team very well here as well. I will say Rillaboom does make the team stop being a lot worse thanks to grassy
the
terrain.
Earthquake. It's not as weak as Earthquake now.
Yeah.
Everyone's just gonna run high horsepower anyways, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, but it helps. That 5 damage could help a little bit, and also it can miss. So
there's also like the option to run the Misty Terrain Wheezing Galar. It's not gonna come often, but there is the option to do it.
Yeah. Other thing as well that's quite fun to note as well. Petron is a good support mon. I don't love it on this team, but part and shot support, pivoting out, basically poisoning and confusing stuff very easily with Millicent Chain. It is very bulky on the physical side.
Yeah.
The support is good on this team. Sure. I don't think it's terrible.
Yeah.
Wait, who is Wheezing Galar the only removal outside of I guess Magic Bounce Dancing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, shit! I didn't spot that as well. Yeah,
God.
no wonder I rated this below. Yeah, that's really bad.
Yeah,
but then again,
like
this
too.
Yeah. But then again, this team isn't that weak to Stealth Rocks, just spikes.
Yeah, spikes are gonna hurt a lot. Especially like Slowking Galar and stuff like that.
Let me just have a look at something about that. Oh, Samurai Hisui goes in on this team, kind of, to be honest, Loki.
Yeah.
Rillaboom's a bit of a menace, but you just switch out Rillaboom.
Yeah, like looking at the next category, the problem-solving ability. This team has a lot of mons that can run different sets, like the Rillaboom, the Wheezing Galar, the Slowking, the Diancie. Like they can do multiple jobs if they wanted to.
Even Petron can do multiple things as well. I've been watching Joey use Petron quite a bit. They can do multiple things in the right matchup.
Yeah, like the only monotone Pokemon are the Roaring Moon, Mudsdale, Slugoo, and King Gambit. Everything else can run a lot of different variations.
I'm sorry, you've never run Choice Spec Slugoo?
Why the fuck would you run Choice Spec Slugoo?
Mean.
The break.
Hey.
The fuck.
To be fair,
Come on.
I will say this: Lagoon once got me 2 kills, and it killed a Dracofish and a Lowland Raichu.
See, Roy
They
backed me
fucked up, but yeah, they fucked up, but I still got those kills.
See? Roy gets it.
Anyway, like
Ben's right, though.
this team is just like a little better than Small Lifts in like certain aspects. So you could probably swap those two if you wanted to.
I would, but I agree with our ranking system. But my eye test always, I feel like I'd have more. I feel like I'd be able to work with smallest team more than I feel like I'd be able to work with this team. Though with some changes, this could easily become a top 5 team.
Yeah.
There's a good base there. Just need to tweak some stuff.
Exactly.
But
Off
as
to
it
the
is,
next team, though.
That's some flaws.
It's Riptide, the second favorite Aussie of the server.
Second
I
favorite
see
Aussie.
what they mean about their team. I see what they mean. By the way, right. Could I will say this generally, right? Okay. I live by the beach, okay? I go to beaches regularly. Riptide is right. Fuck seagulls. Fuck them. They are the worst fucking things ever. They will steal your food. I fucking hate seagulls.
Just buy extra food
They are
and feed
terrible
them.
Who do you, bro?
No,
Like I was gonna say,
let
look,
them
I'll
come
be
to
feeding
some.
the seagulls.
No, I don't need to feed the seagulls. We don't even feed poor people in the UK. Why are we going to fucking feed seagulls?
Damn.
By the way, this is why I'm voting the Green Party at the next election. Vote Green or Labour. Just not Tories. Just don't vote Tories.
European talk, British talk.
British talk, yeah.
Anyway, let's get into essential roles for this team. There's grounded poison, a ground type, a bulky sort of bulky water.
What is he doing at 14th? It's Clodzar.
Yeah,
Is
he does have
the
Clodcast,
server
but
mascot. He has the server
this is the Quagsire Division, though.
But he has the server icon, the
Well-
server mascot, and my kill leader.
He has a Dragapult, he has a Flying type, he has a Fairy type, he has a Steel type. Like, most roles are filled pretty well. Like, there's some glaring issues, of course, because if we look at something like his bulky water is Blastoise Mega, which is because it will not be able to recover as well. You can run Life Dew on it if you wanted to, but it's not gonna.
Life Dew heal status. I don't think it does.
Does it get life do? No,
Well, I would
It does
assume
get
it does
life
because
dew.
Blastoise has life too.
I've
Yeah.
never run Life
gets
Dew Blastoise
Aqua Ring.
ever in my life, but
it gets aqua ring, bro.
Like, this team very obviously is a very offensive team. Like, the only two bulky mons are Clodsire and Blastoise. That's also a little bit why the essential rolls aren't as high as they could be, because that's just the nature of offensive teams. Like, if you do a mistake, the whole plan could completely falter, and then you're there with like offensive mons that get walled by a certain mon.
they're also very much relying on Blastoise Mega and Sizzle for hazard removal, which, to be fair, could be much worse. And I do like Blastoise Mega because at least spin, because you don't want to have no spin with Samurai Hisui. You want a spinner. And they have a very good ghost type as well, to spin block.
Yeah, like they have to run rapid spin on Blastoise, and big problem is they won't fit Blastoise on the team every single time, because sometimes you just gonna need different stuff. And defogging from Scissor, you don't want to put Scissor into the role where it has to defog every week as well, especially when you have a Samurott.
I feel like it was a Snipes. I don't know if I'm certain because I think someone else had Blastoise, but I would prefer Blastoise over Mega Blastoise here, purely for the fact running an item is. I think Blastoise is better than Mega Blastoise because the item just makes it so much better. You can make it much more versatile.
100%.
I was the one that grabbed Blastoise. So that's kind of funny.
You
What
thief,
round did you grab
bro.
it?
My fault, y'all. My fault.
What round did you grab it?
I don't remember. I know it was a bit later in the draft though.
Okay, you might not have sniped it because I know that you grabbed
Yeah.
Yancey, which I definitely would have looked at for sure for my team, for example. But that
Yeah, no.
was...
When I was looking at the
Round
draft,
2 Yancey, baby.
Yancey's going off the board like so quick. I was like, I'm getting this like round 2, no shot.
Soda was a
that.
fucking freak this draft, getting Lando I first pick and then picking the Yancy as his second pick.
Yeah,
And getting sniped round 1, hilarious.
Yeah, that was very
that was
hilarious.
really funny. We just said, like, what the fuck? We just said, like, Oh my! I was just saying, like, Ben, I cannot believe he sniped you. I'm actually in shock.
Pick
'cause we were
one
not
Lando I.
expecting that
Nobody
snipe.
expected pick one Lando I.
Which I can explain why I picked it later when we get to mine, but yeah,
Yeah, we'll get to it
I know
later.
it's again.
Let's get on with Riptide's team though. Like the big plus point on this team, as you can see already, 9.5 in braking power. This team is
Pikachu gonna slap.
yeah. You have Samurott, you have Dragapult, you have Enamorous, you have Meowscarada, you have Scizor, you have Articuno Galar as your Terramon. Like this team
Even
will...
Terra Pikachu, bro. Terrachu, bro.
There's you.
Bro, I hope Terra Pikachu comes more than we think.
I think it'll
Type,
come once.
please.
It might
and
come
it'll do
against you,
work.
Amelia, honestly.
Honestly, I want it to. I want it to sweep me.
Being serious, though, as someone who's been using Samurai Hisui and BTL, my god, do I love that thing banded. It's so fun with band. I love it. It's because not only does it basically like set hazards and chip away at the team very quickly, it just hits like a truck. Gets priority too.
Yeah. Like this team's very obvious strength is the braking power because there's no one team that has enough to wall every single Pokemon on this team.
Watch me.
What I will say, because I did fight this team. My main issue with its offense is it's all really, really fast outside of like Blastoise and Mega Scizor, or not Mega Scizor, just regular Scizor. So it's really weak to Trick Room,
Yeah.
is what I've learned.
Yeah,
'Cause if they get outsped, like a lot of his offenses are really frail.
Yeah, that's a complaint I didn't mention yet. It's also why the essential rules are so low. The team in general was very, very fast.
Too
And
fast.
Trick Room can fuck this team over very hard. Of course, you still have priority in like with Dragapult, Samurott, and Meowscarada and Scizor, but on some of them you don't always want to run priority.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This team is really good at priority spam if it needs it.
Yeah, if it does need it, it's
For
very
sure.
good at it. Like
Yeah, the
also,
weakest.
Articuno Goliath, very good mon on this team. Like,
Yeah.
it's a up threat.
Yeah, but like the weakest point in this team is the supporting roles, which honestly even could be a little lower because outside of like maybe some Dragapult support or Teak Spike support from Clodsire, what else is going to support a lot?
Pikachu
He did run
with
Screens
Lightball Flame.
Dragapult big one.
Yeah.
Pikachu
Bolt.
could nozzle everything, or light ball fling.
Light ball fling.
Why,
Which damage is that? What?
why
100,
are
120?
we talking so much? Why are we talking so much about Pikachu, man?
Because he's so cool.
No, we're still talking about Pikachu.
He's so cool, man.
I also, if I had a nickel for every time someone drafted Pikachu this draft, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but weird it happened twice.
Yeah, they're
Sully would be
both
proud
their
of you for
Terra
saying
caps
that.
too. It's really strange.
I know. Yeah, the other Pikachu is in fucking Wooper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Problem-solving ability for this team again is strong though because Dragapult has a lot of variations, Meowscarada, Enamorous, and
Paul
after
has
that it
the
falls
most
off a little bit.
Curse Godsire.
True. It's an option if you want
Is
to.
an option. I've run that twice with Clodsire, and it has actually done some work.
Yeah, but like the big three for the problem solving are Dragapult, Enamorous, and Meowscarada because they are the ones that will run the most variations of sets. And then it falls off a little, of course. Like you still have some variations of Blastoise sets, some different Scizor sets, but it's mostly still the same roles.
Yeah. Meow's going to be the main creativity on this team, I think, other than Dragapult, because Meow is just... it can become special in some matches. I don't know how often you want it to become special, but there will be some matchups where it can even come mixed in the right spot.
Yeah.
Option is there, you know.
Yeah. Options are there.
Yeah, but number 14, Riptide. Number 13, Canadian.
It's Canadine.
Canada.
You're so wrong.
Honestly, this team, watching their first
Ian,
game has
we're
sold me
calling
on
him
this
Ian.
team a lot more than their team was sold me on initially, because the work their team did.
Yeah, like this team with just like 1 or 2 fixes would probably be a top 3 team immediately. Looking at the essential rules first, there's a steel type, there's a flying type, there's a dark type, we have a bulky water, we have a grounded poison type, we have a fairy type. There, like most roles are filled pretty well.
Yeah. Only thing is, they've got no
Draft
mon
is
over
sick
120
without.
speed, which is nice, but I think it's definitely still a good draft overall.
Yeah.
In Essential Rolls is a 9. They have like most boxes checked, you know?
Yeah. Like,
Good priority as well, actually.
yeah, like there's also like the hazard setting game is pretty good because Archeops is even like something that can technically set up rocks, but Tinglu is the main focus of like getting the hazards up. Then there's also T-Specs from
Tinglu's dope.
Salazzle.
Terrapagos has rocks as well.
Yeah. Then you have good removal. You
More
have
wild if
Zapdos,
you
you have
go down there.
Terrapagos, you have Decidueye, which all can remove technically even Archeops.
I think Surfetch gets default as well, but I don't think you'd ever run that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Another thing I like about the hazards is it does allow Surfetch up in the right matchup to be a default punish.
Yeah.
A Defiant, big old Defiant.
Yeah, the breaking power on this team as well is very strong because the main focus of this team is very obviously the Mega Mawile, which will just destroy most teams. Then you add to that, you add the Terrapagos, you add the Zapdos, and even like the Surfetched and Archeops at the lower tiers are very good.
And Alolan Exeggutor will also be a menace for a couple of teams in Trick Room.
Yeah. Like, against Riptide, this Exeggutor will do work.
Yeah. Also, they'll just bring a full Trick Room mode against it Riptide.
Yeah, there's also the Slowbro, which can run Trick Room. Nasty plot.
I mean, that is that's a setter in it.
Yeah.
I know this is a little off topic, but bro, his little banner is so cute.
Yeah.
His what's so cute?
His little banner, little lantern.
Oh,
that's
that's
pretty
an awesome one.
Yeah.
That's a really good
on
one.
the terrace, by the way, while we go into breaking power, Salazzle is underrated as a breaker. I think I saw Ben use it initially.
Yeah.
It actually can do, especially with corrosion. Basically, the stall set, the corrosion,
Bro, I hate
toxic,
that set.
subprotect set. It's the most
That's pissing me
cancerous
off.
set, but fuck me, can it stop breaking teams?
Yep.
If it gets position right.
Supporting roles are also pretty good. Like, you have the Terrapagos support, you have Salazzle, Decidueye, even like the Tinglu's great for support. You can even run support moves on Exeggutor if you want to, although it might not come as often.
I don't think you be. I say second choice if you're bringing it is to be a Trick
The
Room
Tinglu
mode
just
mod.
does so much for this team.
Yeah.
Fucking does
Tinglu's
all the
pretty dope.
hazards. It fucking has Whirlwind. You can like fucking just phase out and get chipped like that. The whole team.
Ruination to do 50%.
Ruination chip, of course.
Yeah, the one big thing as
Looks
well
like-
about this team is that they have, first of all, they have Teleport Slowbro, which is a good slow pivot to get into mobile, and even the Decidueye, which is not, which gets U-turn and is not that fast of a mon, can like have a slow U-turn into the mobile or another threat if it wants to.
Yeah. Even Archeops at half speed can be a slow pivot as well.
Yeah. And then like the big problem about this team is problem solving, because most mons have very linear sets.
I think Terrapagos is probably the biggest problem solver.
Yeah, Terrapagos, then
Yeah,
there is Decidueye, and Exeggutor technically has physical sets.
Yeah. Yeah, to be fair, that I can see.
Yeah. But Mawile is going to be
I do like
offensive.
Exeggutor
Like,
also, real quick.
I will say this. This is probably copium, but Archeops can sometimes run special sets. I have seen them work in the right matchup.
it can, but the problem with Archeops
Not
is
happening.
it's not going to happen too often, because if it runs special once a damage item, and if it gets a damage item, it does not have like boots.
Yeah.
Man, this mon has Defeatus, bro. Y'all can't sell me on this mon.
Oh no, it is a garbage mon, but I think the only way it's going to work is something like basically Stellar Terror or just something wild. I think they've probably got a reason for it, but it's the one I never draft. But I feel like there's a reason someone's drafted it here, because I don't think you would just randomly think, oh, I'm just going to do Archeops to cover something.
Yeah.
There's
I
definitely.
mean, to be fair, his hazard removal is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, his hazards
Pretty
is one
good.
of the best ones I've seen so far.
Yeah.
Terrapagos,
all
Zapdos, like all you need, bro.
I think Decidueye gets default too, right?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
does.
Ben's yeah.
Yeah.
Like the only there's the complaint that you could maybe repackage the Archeops and Exeggutor into something else just to have to round out the team better. but I can see the reasons why these two Pokemon are here.
See, I'd argue actually dropping Archeops and just keeping a second and maybe even making it Terra. I think even making it
I'd
Terra
actually, yeah,
would be a better shot.
keep
And then
Executor.
picking a different one over Archeops. I think Essential
kinda
Lower
like
with
the
Terra could
Executor.
actually be. It's a terrifying Trick Room threat.
Yeah.
You can make the Trick Room really into a Slowbro too.
Right there. Yep.
Yeah, but like if this team wasn't as monotone in some points, like it would definitely be up there.
I think it will depend on the coach. If the coach
This
is
team
very
is
good,
sick
I think
as
they
fuck. I can't even lie. Yeah, this team is sick as
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, it is pretty sick. Yeah.
I do wish he kind
Y'all
of
ready
drafted a better Dragon type than Executor Lola though, because I feel like Executor Lola is more of like a niche matchup pick rather than like a mainstay.
Yeah, that's why I said
Great.
maybe repackage Archeops and Executor Alola into something else. Like there's Draudigon, for example, which would be a help here. It also takes like a little bit off the hazard roll off of Tinglu.
Yeah.
Draudigon's not a bad shout, to be fair. Because also with Terra, I used it with Terra. It's actually a good mon.
Yeah,
All right.
but we're Barak,
No, it is,
and we will
seriously.
go to the next team.
Got me 4 kills, like.
Miles, Gustavo,
My
Quag sighting, Quag. I repeat, Quag sighting.
Repeat Quag sighting. I made playoffs with
honestly,
sub 500 record. A bad team.
That means he
Miles
did
is so
better than
much-
Paid the last few years.
That's my
Quag,
goal.
honestly, the divs do strike me as just trust me, bro, in terms of ability. Yeah, basically, actually, to be honest with some of them. This is what happens when replays get fucking lost because of fucking Showdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take words.
Emilio, you take the lead on this team.
I take the lead on this team. Okay. Well, as we see here, we got a nice little Sun team with a Terra at Ninetales. Kind of an interesting choice for Terra. I wouldn't Terra personally, but I go Terra Florges, but it works. Whatever. For essential roles, we got our dark type, we got our dragon type, we got our flying type, Zapdos Galley. We got a ground type, we got a fairy type, steel type. He's even got a ghost and a normal type, which a lot of teams honestly skip out on. Got that grounded poison. He's got, for the most of it, figured out. He's got a little Sandy Shocks does Sandy Shocks get spikes? I think
Yes.
it's rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
okay,
guess
so
like
he's
that,
Yeah,
right?
he does. And rocks.
So he's got some hazards there. He's also got Earthworm, which is pretty good.
Scolipede also sets hazards.
Scolipede does also set hazards. And he's got like a spinner, he's got a defogger. Overall, it's solid. It could be better. It could be worse.
I will say this is gonna sound like a very weird thing, but hear me out on this. I unironically like this team a bit more if it had an ice type because Sandy Shocks without Terror really struggles with some matchups to break certain mons, and an ice type would actually help it here.
Yeah, like the big thing I have with this team is Ninetales being a Terra captain instead of something like Sandy Shocks. Because I get the
So isn't
Lilligant.
Sandy Shocks Terra band?
I think Sandy Shocks is Terra band, to be fair.
It might
Terra
be.
band,
I
yeah.
agree
Yeah,
with
but then
you.
I think there's
I think
still better
Florges
options than Ninetales
that
as
Or
a
Terra
Terra.
Florges, yeah. I
Like-
shouted Terra Florges.
Or Scolipede.
Yeah, Scolipede, one of the best
Oh, Terra
offensive
Scolipede.
is Terras. Like I can see why Ninetales is a Terra captain, but there's better.
Even then, Orthworm could work better, I think, in my opinion. Orthworm's not a bad Terra captain. He can actually sweep in some matchups.
Yeah.
In these sets.
I get the reason for the Lilligant because without Terra, Blast Lilligant does not have a lot of coverage, so that's actually a pretty good move.
Yeah, I think Terra Lilligant's a cool shout.
Yeah. This
Do you
team.
think it's also gonna take some? Oh, sorry.
No, you go.
I go for it.
Oh, I was gonna say I do think the team's gonna be a little hard to pilot though, because having Gren as like one of your main special attackers with Sun is gonna be a little tricky. I mean, it has Protean, which can kind of alleviate that a little, but I do think it's still gonna make it like just that much harder to pilot.
Yeah. That's like one complaint I wanted to mention as well. Like like outside of Sandy Shocks, your best special attacker is Greninja, and when you run Sun mode, it will be hampered a little bit. But still,
Yeah.
like the offensive powers of this team is very good. Like you have Gouging Fire in Sun, then you have Sandy Shocks, you have Greninja still, Zapdos, Galar, and even though I did talk badly about Ninetales. There's nasty plot sets with Ninetales, like with Terra Fire. Those moves will hurt.
Yeah, even
I
though
wish
with
this team
Terra,
had
like
a.
ground.
I wish this team had like a better slower pivot.
Yeah.
That's just
Honestly,
me.
one thing I would
Like-
like better is I feel like rather than Terra Ground, go Terra Grass and have basically
Solar
nuking
Beam.
them into something. And also you resist some of the things you're weak to as well with grass. I think that's better as well. You're not living many hits, but you live an extra hit.
I actually
Other than
like the
ground.
Terra Ground for the coverage. I would remove the Terra Dragon.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, because I guess you don't really need it, right? Like, the water moves are already kind of hampered in sun, and then you already resist fire and grass anyways, so Terra Dragon seems a little bit of a waste.
Yeah, exactly.
What I'd also say is if only Flor just got Weather Ball, why does Flor just not get Weather Ball? Let it get Weather Ball. Don't make it a Sun Sweeper.
That's such a weird shout, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I was gonna say.
let's give Floor just fucking weather ball. Fucking hell.
Yeah, let's do it. Hear me out.
Roy
Give it
Roy
Weather
has
Ball,
some
like-
of
It
the
really
weirdest
needs it. It
takes.
really needs it.
Let's give fucking
Give it
Lilligant
weather
Seed
ball.
Flare while we're at it.
Ah, stupid. Don't be stupid. Hey, come on, look at it.
Oh,
It's
I'm
like
stupid. I'm stupid.
Hey, you said it. You said you're stupid, not me.
Anyway,
Listen, bro, I'm gonna. Oh, God,
before you two fight each other,
guys are
I'm
wrong.
the supporting roles on this team
Pretty
are
sure.
something to mention because Floor just carries it a lot. Because
Agreed.
this Lilligant is very obviously meant to be offensive on this team
Son.
as a Sun abuser. And then it's like Florges / Misdreavus to support like maybe a Burning Bulwark, Gouging Fire, or a T-Spike Spikes Gren. But Florges carries a lot of the weight.
Yeah,
How the Lilligant's probably coming to set up a Quiver Dance for you.
I
He's not
like,
really coming to support the rest of the team.
really like good like stat like person to click Willow or Thunderwave with either.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
Also,
got Burning Bulwark, but
One thing as someone who's used Orphan before and then drops it like after 4 games is every time I went to go bring Orphan, and it's a great supporting model, except for the fact it can be absolute setup fodder because it doesn't get any hazen. If it got a Dragon Tail or something like that, it would be a lot better as a mon, but it is
oh, she
can
totally
be
get
setup
Dragon
fodder.
Tail.
Yep.
It
Bro,
should
look
totally
at
get
him.
Dragon Tail.
It literally is a tail. He's all tail.
It would honestly be 2 more points if it got Dragon Tail, just
Yeah.
because then it stops people things up on it. Like
Yeah, like coming into the problem solving ability, there's like also it gets hard carried by Gren.
Gren does a lot of it here. There is gouging can be a bit versatile, but everything else, I guess, sadly can come as like basically a hazard stack mon. But if as someone who's used it a lot this gen, I have only ever bought it like once as a hazard stacking mon. Every other time I just bought it offensive. Maybe sometimes with body press because it gets body press randomly.
I feel like on a
I'm
team
not
like
gonna
this,
lie.
though, it's gonna be hazard stack quite a bit. 'Cause I think outside of Earthworm, like, who's your main hazard setter?
It's
Gonna
sadly,
have to be
actually.
Shocks.
They might,
Yeah, it will be
it might
Shocks.
actually,
Yeah, it
yeah,
has
it
to be
might actually
Shocks.
They might actually put in the body press hazard
Maybe
stack instead.
Gren. Even
I
Gren.
mean, at least with the Sun boost, you don't have to invest that much in the special attack to get the boost. So, it can work.
Yeah, it's true. It's not. No, it's not a bad shout to be fair. That improves it slightly. Kamala can do last resort sleep talk bullshit, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, to be fair,
Fair.
Scolopi can be a turn 1 sash lead. Has a stacking mon as well with Endeavor.
Yeah. But like
That is
outside of
too.
like either hazard leads or like some niche moves on some mods, there's not a lot of variation outside of the obvious Greninja.
Yeah, Ninetales is pushing it. Carmine Floor just is a bit meh without Terror.
Yeah. But in general, this team is like,
Not gonna
it's
lie.
very solid. It will work. Like, a little bit of the restructuring of the lower tiers might be good because you're putting some weight on, like especially like the defensive weight, you're putting on Earthworm and Florges as your core, which can be dangerous.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I like the
Which-
last team a lot.
How many? Is this an 11 mon draft?
Yeah, this is an
Yeah, it's
11
11.
mon draft.
Yeah, I think he could definitely like combine a couple of the mons to get more value for sure. Like the
Yeah.
Mischievous Komala feels really misplaced here.
Yeah, like one thing I also always mention when I see a regular Ninetales, draft Torkoal. It's the better setter.
Oh, I'm
Is
pretty sure
Torkoal
Torkoal went
undrafted?
undrafted too. Torkoal
Yeah.
is undrafted.
Oh wow.
Wait, no,
Yeah.
Peanut.
Neither-
Oh, wait, no, not this div, not this div, not this.
Wrong div, wrong div.
Wrong div. I just think of penis whenever I think of sun. Okay, that's a quote right there. But like,
Yeah, that's a quote right there, Emilio.
That's
Talking
a
about
quote.
Emilio, I think everyone needs a little penis in their life. That's also a quote from Emilio.
woo! I miss you guys too, but no one wants to hear me vomiting and recording. I kind of do.
See if
Yeah,
you had
that was one that-
pray my dick get high as the Eiffel Tower so I could fuck the world for 72 hours. What the fuck?
Honestly,
We love Mr. Lamar.
Listen. If you get it, you get it. You know.
I will say this:
You know you
the quote was kind of sweet because after basically I spent a week in bed, basically dying, so I did appreciate it.
Exactly.
I love you, Sam.
I was just telling Roy I missed him. All right, that's all I want.
Yeah.
Because I was dead to the world that week. I hated life that week.
And Emilio got his
Never
dick
get
bitten
normal
off in D&D.
Yeah, everyone knows.
Karen's just like,
Transgender now, bro.
I don't think
Emilio,
that's
do
how
you
it
want to
works.
talk about your own team?
Am I that self-centered? Of course I
Yes.
am. Nah, I'll let you guys do it.
I think your friend Soda
so-
should start talking about your team.
All right, I can do it. Yeah, let me see. This team just clicks buttons. Honestly, the essential roles is going to be low because of it. Because I mean, you have your dragon, your steel. I mean, Ninetales Lola is technically a fairy type, but it's kind of like fake. Outside of that though,
Same with Chiyu being
he
a fake
has like
dark
the
type.
typings for it. Yeah, Chiyu being the dark type is a little sketch. But again, I don't think that's the point of this team. The team just kind of wants to click buttons and go fast. Especially
I
with
will
like
say there is a-
24.
There is a massive flaw with this team straight away.
There's no more
Other than
Pico.
Gligar, what is your ground resist?
I don't need one, baby.
We got Gligar.
Yeah, go ahead, guy.
Okay, so you die to any ground type with knockoff.
Yes.
Crocodile, no!
Nothing is not base,
No,
so-
Crocodile, no.
This team
Bro,
gets
you could just
destroyed
say
by
I lose to
Dawnfang.
Mammothwine.
This
I
team,
mean,
they,
yeah,
You
no
could
one's
just
got
say I lose
Crocodile,
to
it's fine.
Mammothwine. Just say I
Yeah,
lose
you
to
you
Mammothwine.
lose to Mammoth. Why not? I don't think Mammoth's was better though. To be fair,
you lose to Dawnfang, my guy.
Yeah, you lose to Donphan hard here. Donphan actually
Okay,
Bro, I
kills you at
killed
times.
Don. Bro, I beat the shit out of Donphan, bro. You see that Urshifu? He just clicks buttons. Yeah,
Is he here with like Rocky
and the
helmet
surgeon
Pacho?
tricks.
Sorry, I'll
Astro
bring
is only
I'll
gonna
bring,
block one hit.
I'll bring the heat set that Ben came up with me one time with Crocodile, where I basically get anger point and +6 and then sweep the entire team.
Yeah, that's rapid
That's when I
strike,
whip
though.
out Ditto. Yeah,
That's rapid strike, though.
No, I think it was for Rapid Strike.
No, it was for
I think it was
single
Rapid.
strike.
Oh, it's a single strike.
I mean, you could do that. If you get
How
swept
the
by
fuck
Ditto, that's on you.
how the fuck is Crocodile supposed to survive a surging strike without Terra?
Listen,
So here's what you do: you basically burn
No.
the Urshifu first.
Okay, so this requires. Okay, so now he's pulling words out of his asshole right now. Is what's happening.
No. I thought
He's
this through.
pulling
I'm
words.
clearly not making it. I'm clearly not making this
Bro,
up as I
words
go
in his
along.
asshole. He's grabbing them and he's just throwing them at the mic. Is what's happening.
Being serious as well. Fairy spam is very good into this team as well. To be more serious again.
There's Empoleon.
Empoleon is a good resist, but that's it. If Empoleon goes down, fairy spam is very good here.
There's also there's a bigger issue than fairy spam. It's fighting spam. If Gligar goes down, Emilio's fucked.
Oh yeah, shit.
Bro, Gligar is
I mean,
the glue
even-
of this team,
yeah.
baby girl. That's
You
all
are
he needs.
bringing Gligar way more than you should want to here, to be honest. Unironically, I think I actually would prefer you dropping Jolteon and making Empoleon a terror just to resist some of these hits. I know that's bad, but I feel like that would improve the team.
Yeah,
More
supporting
damage.
roles, of course, in this team struggle as well a little bit because it's Ninetales, Alola, and Empoleon. It's nothing else.
Hang on,
Which is-
let's go back a minute to the breaking power. I will give this team a lot of credit. The breaking power is the best breaking power I think of any team in the division. It does nuke teams.
It's the best breaking power
Especially with setup.
in every division.
I think it is, especially with Alolan Ninetales just basically setting up Veil. So many of these mons could just set up a nuke. So that is the advantage of this team.
That's the
It's
point, baby.
To quote Sully, this is Sully's favorite kind of team because it's all gas, no brakes.
Yes.
That's my goat right there.
Like, you even have
Let's
stuff
take it
like
from
the
there.
Terra Jolteon, which with one Calm Mind up and Terra Ice will just nuke some teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Napoleon does give him a nice slow pivot into a lot of his threats as well.
yeah, and
Yeah,
like one
The
thing
sole purpose of Empoleon and Gligar.
Gligar.
Its
Yeah.
sole purpose
Just
is
slow pivot.
like the one thing I really like about this team is the addition of Ditto,
Ditto helps a lot.
because Emilio either gets beaten because he messes up, or because somebody is outpacing his offense, and that's where Ditto comes in.
For sure.
Ditto does help even from a prep perspective as well. And honestly, that's why I rate problem solving above supporting roles and essentials, because Ditto can be a problem solver in some matchups.
Yeah. Then you have like different Empoleon sets that can be run. There's obviously like the standard support Ninetales set, but there's also nasty plot. Then you have like even like some Ruination Will-O-Wisp GU sets. You have Gligar, which can do a lot of different things.
I will say this, I don't underestimate it because I actually do love offensive Alolan Ninetales. I don't know how much he's bringing it on this team, but I do like it as an option because it's very good offensively. I love
Way
that
more
one
than you think,
offensively.
baby.
I mean, to be fair, dude, I remember one season where I drafted. I think 5 out of 7 weeks I bought it with Scarf. I just nuked teams because they weren't expecting it. So I don't hate it actually. I think it will be more than I think. I'm also insane.
True.
In the main
Yeah,
way.
but Emilio's team is like, if Emilio messes up or you can stop his offense, you win. Otherwise, he probably wins.
And to be fair, Emilio messes up a lot unless you get very unlucky and you're called.
Shut up, man.
I
Sorry.
like how you cut out. I
Shut
like
up.
how you cut out for that.
Shut up,
I
man.
like how you cut out for that.
Sorry. I love you, Ben. I'm sorry. That was mean.
Off to the next team, man. It's the guy that always fucking dodges me.
Always dodges bin.
I don't know why, because you have the worst luck. Like,
Me and Ambi are like Tina's and getting pregnant. What the
what the
I
fuck?
forgot to
That's
put that
crazy
quote in there.
Real.
It's
Real.
a crazy
Real.
comparison. Yeah,
Real.
not the real.
Tina's getting
Why is he whizzing up a
Tell me he's wrong.
Cinderace?
Good question.
I
He's
remember
freaky
that
like that.
happening. That was
He's
What's
freaky
that
like
male
that.
Pokemon to fuck? Come on, like, just fuck
That's
a
my
Gallade.
penis
Like,
right
come
there.
on.
This
that's
motherfucker
my org
sniped.
member.
This motherfucker
That's
sniped my
my
Skarmory,
org
man.
megger.
Who the fuck picked Skarmory pick 3, man?
That is wild.
Cry apparently.
Stall player. Stall players draft Skarmory pick 3. Cry, are you a stall player? The answer is yes, but
Let's get into his
Ben
team.
is too.
Steel type, flying type is there. Fairy type is there. Ground type is there. Bulky water is there. Grounded poison type is there. Even has a ghost and a normal type to add. And a very good dark type as well. This team, like, little complaints on the essential roles. Like, hazard setting is pretty good. We have Swampert, Roserade, and Skarmory. Hazard removal is one thing that's very scarce on this team, though.
Yeah, it's Skarmory and Finny, which doesn't always really want to be running
Finny
defog.
doesn't
But I
want
feel like it does Drampa gets defog to be fair, but that's copium a bit.
Yeah.
It's alright.
Why didn't he Terra Drampa? Does he only have one Terra Captain?
He
He
doesn't
didn't have enough
Yeah,
points.
he says that too.
He should have dropped something.
He loses a point automatically for that as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
he does.
You're gonna have one. It's a very good terror, but I feel like only having the only person who's done that. I think.
Yeah. This team again is like a team that is just offensively very strong, as we can see again. We have Spectre Weavile as a 1-2 punch. You add to that Iron Hands and Terra Entei.
Yeah.
That hurts.
Oh, Iron Hands is so sick. I want to draft Iron Hands in fucking E-Terrain.
I'm
I
using
definitely-
Terra Entei in BTL, and I love Terra Entei. Like, I can it's not only that you have to prep for like Choice Band, Extreme Speed, or Sacred Fire. You also have to prep for eruption sets with Terrafire.
Yeah.
Let him know, Ben. Let him know.
Let him
Talk
know,
your
man.
talk.
And he's running the exact same Terras I'm running. Terra Grass for Trailblaze, right there.
You're gonna erupt on my Entei.
Said she erupt on my Entei?
Yeah. That's quite
Damn.
insane, Goose.
Quoting
Good
Zangoose.
attempt. Good attempt. Good attempt.
Supporting roles is where this team struggled. A lot.
Quite.
Because
It might have been.
He's got
I think I
he's
was
got
too high.
Misty
Carmen
Terrain
Tavern.
support. Misty Terrain support, which is pretty nice.
he's got Fenian Rose Raid as support mons. The rest are
Yeah.
offensive Pokemon or defensive Pokemon.
Yeah.
I think Swampert's a good mix of those two, though.
Yeah, Swampert
Swampert's
is a good
good.
mix. Swampert, you can put Swampert into the
Oxnock.
supporting category as well, yeah.
On to
Yeah.
the copium suggestions.
He also gets Roar,
Hands
yeah.
get Nuzzle. I don't think Iron Hands gets Nuzzle. That's or T-Wave. Does he get T-Wave or Nuzzle?
It definitely doesn't get
Yeah.
Nuzzle. I don't know about
He
you.
definitely doesn't get Nuzzle.
Yeah,
Nuzzle-
Iron Hands
Nuzzle-
with Nuzzle is
I think-
crazy.
Nuzzle on Iron Hands just doesn't sound right.
Imagine that thing
doesn't sound
picking you
right,
up
no,
and
look,
nuzzling you.
Nuzzling you.
Yeah, that's what I
He
was
just
gonna
gives
say.
you a little
Also.
with his finger. Like it doesn't
It's
look
giving
right
you
in my
uppies.
head.
It's just giving you uppies.
Just giving you a piece.
Just giving you uppy. How
Honestly,
tall is Iron Hands?
that'd be sick.
Um,
Yo, honestly, I'm googling that right now.
one
Generally,
more,
Google the Thunder Wave. No, I actually go to the Thunder Wave.
yeah, but after the supporting roles, the problem solving of this team, like Spectre is always offensive. Same with Weavile. Skarmory is defensive.
Oh, no, me and this
Maybe Iron
motherfucker-
defense, body press set. Hands
Yo,
is
Iron
either
Hands is
AV
5'11".
or offensive.
And you're taller than Iron Hands.
I'm taller than Iron Hands.
He's 5'11".
Jesus.
You are Big Ben.
He does have like a good 600 pounds on you, but like
I
Jesus.
hope so.
He's a heavy boy.
the guy is
Iron
big.
Hands is fat.
Yeah.
Thick.
Not
One thing I
big.
forgot to mention on supporting roles, Flip Turn Swampert.
Yeah.
Gets into threats.
For sure.
That does help.
Great pivot.
Yeah.
Iron Hands is
It's
also
also his
really
only.
awesome.
It's also
I will
his
say-
only pivot. Now that I look at it, and then he's got
Iron Hands gets Volt Switch.
Yeah, it does.
Because Volt
I don't
Switch.
like Volt Switch though.
I think that's about it. Though.
Also,
Just two pivots.
overheat a
Just
jetpack
two.
Entei.
Oh,
should I
literally
repeat it?
just two.
Jetpack jumper.
Literally just two.
Yeah. Also, Swampert problem solve wise can come banded. It rarely, but it can do banded sets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
Bandit EQ hits like a truck.
I feel like Swampert is the mon on this team which has the most variations of sets.
Maybe.
Agreed.
Mostly defensive though.
Yeah, mostly.
I mean, maybe Feeny can do quite a few things, but I think
Feeny
Swampert's more
can.
versatile.
Yeah.
Also, actually, loses another point for not bringing Terror Grass Rose Raid and running a Sword 1 week. Like, what the fuck are we doing here, fam?
True.
Joke's on you, man. Joke's on you.
Yeah, but Cry keeps dodging me, so I'm gonna dodge talking more about him.
Hey,
Poor Cry. Justice
This
for my org
team-
member.
this
This is
team
for my
is
org member. On God.
very-
Oh, it's the other Sand team.
It's the other
This
set.
team is weird.
This team is freaky.
This team is
Yeah.
kind of freaky with it.
Okay.
Soda,
It's
I need you
weird
to
prep
warn
for. I
Ben.
thought it
the
was weird
terrors
prep,
of
it is
sand.
weird to prep for.
Yeah.
Oh, Sand's so fake, bro. It's not good.
Yeah,
You didn't draft Excadrill though. Terabyte did.
yeah, because me and Terabyte. So what happened? Terabyte talked to me that he wants to draft Sand after he picked Iron Bundle first, and I'm like, okay, I just based my whole draft around Sand. Okay, let me adapt, and then we can both have a few pieces of Sand if you want to. So he took the Excadrill, and I got the T-Tar, and then I got Dracozolt, and he got Mega Guard Jump.
Did you want Mega Guard Chomp in your original draft?
No, I didn't
he
want Mega
wanted
Garchomp,
Lando.
but he got it.
Who wanted Lando?
What is Lando? My fucking.
Yeah. Like this team's essentials. Like there's two steel types, which is very good because Excadrill is a fake steel type, in my opinion.
Much.
Then
It's just that it'd be a demon.
I noticed that there. Yeah, especially as a defensive steel.
yeah, there is a grounded poison type. There's a dark type. There's a flying type. A fairy type is here. Ghost type is there. Normal type is there. Flying type we have. The only big thing that's a little missing is a bulky water. There is Wailord, but it's not really bulky
Wailord.
water.
Yeah, bulky
Ow.
water is a Scavalier.
What do you
which is
mean?
the
There's
worst
Terra
option.
Water
I'm
is
not-
Scavalier. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Steve, look at
I
you.
don't hate it. I don't hate it as a bulky water, Terra Water Scavalier, because so for context, when I played them week 1, I did actually prep expecting Terra Water Scavalier to come to the matchup because I thought it was going to come AV as a Blood Moon.
Yeah.
It didn't come, which surprised me, but
Yeah, like, talking about the Terra Captains as well, Escavalier and Houndstone are two great Terra Captains, especially since Houndstone and Sand is pretty good with Terra Ghost Poltergeist. Of course, Swallow would have been probably a better Terra Mon, but I get why Escavalier and Houndstone are the Terra Pokemon.
yeah, like
Do you guys
honestly,
like Terra
if they
Steel
didn't,
Scavalier over Terra Bug?
I prefer Skill. I
Yeah.
think Skill's just a
I
better
mean,
defensive type. I
Terra
get why, but
Terrabug U-turn is nice, but like, and you're a bug type.
does it get you turn?
No, Escavalier does not
fair
get
enough.
U-turned.
Yeah.
Does he not get U-turned?
No, it does not.
Wait,
Like-
doesn't get U-turn?
It would
Oh,
be
yeah,
a better
this thing's
monster.
terrible,
If
This
it's
thing is- yo.
it's not terrible.
No,
I
not
would say
Scavalier.
that-
I'm saying Terrabug. Terrabug was terrible then.
Oh, Terrabug, yeah, Terrabug's
Yeah,
terrible.
Terrabug's
Yeah,
terrible. I thought he got
Always
U-turn.
Always Steel. Steel's always better, like here as the option defensively, just because you can turn it into basically like a good wall for some things.
Yeah.
Oh my god. The only reason I thought it got U-turn is because when we were doing Whoop PR, someone else drafted Terra Escavalier. Soda said it got U-turn. I just believed them.
Bro, we talked about U-turn on Scavalier for like 15 minutes. I swore it got U-turn.
It does not.
Bro,
It's-
it's the corruption to the French league, bro. It's in my brain still.
It would be a lot
No,
French
better
league
if it
is
got
good.
U-turn, because slow pivoting from Escavalier would be very cool.
That would be sick. That
Yeah.
would be sick.
It
Bro.
wouldn't
Also,
be a
Escavalier's just
7-point
so
mod, I can
sick.
get that.
Such a
It's a-
cool mod.
If it had U-turn, it'd be a 9-10 point mod without Terra.
Yeah. This team very obviously excels at breaking power, though, because just look at the top four offensively.
Bro, it's
Yeah.
Mega Chomp, bro.
Not just
Pretty
that though,
insane.
Undeed.
Swallow, Houndstone, Scavalier.
No, Terra
can
Swallow
break.
kind of sus though.
No, Swallow's still no. As someone who faced the Swallow, it can still break without Terra. I underestimated it.
Yeah.
Fucking was powerful.
It does give facade guts boosts and stuff like that, so it definitely breaks still. It's just harder.
Even Specs
I
Beam
think-
versus some
bro,
good shit.
bro.
Like
Bro, I think like what's it called? I think Guts Swallow is so hard to pull off in draft.
It is, but
couldn't do
when
once.
you pull it off, it's so cool.
it's
I
it's
drafted
a-
I couldn't do it once. I was like,
Scra-
Specs Boom Burst is so much better.
yeah,
it's just
Scrappy
too
Boom
much
was
speed.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
definitely
'cause a
better
lot
than
of
Mega
teams-
Pidgey.
Quite a few teams
It's
don't draft a
definitely
good
better than
rock
Mega
type.
Pidgey.
Rock is a bit of a shit type. So like Specs with Heat Wave, Air Slash as well, or Hurricane and U-turn, you're set.
Yeah, like this team. What I really like about the offense as well is that Terra Houndstone, because Terra Ghost Poltergeist is a nuke.
And not everyone's out here drafting types, you know.
Yeah.
No.
The biggest downside of this team is those supporting roles.
I was terrified of Houndstone, by the way, physical coming. That's why I bought like a very weird set on like Slowking. I bought a Slowking set to counter Iron Bundle and
Roy's cutting off again. Great.
oh sorry, apologies.
No.
Because I
Sorry.
like Houndstone Poltergeist I was terrified of. They bought the defensive set, which is another reason why it's a very good one on this team.
Yeah.
But I bought I bought Slowking with basically Yachi Berry, so I could counter the Iron Bundle and also counter the Houndstone as well.
Yeah. The supporting roles is where this team really struggles, because outside of Hatterene and Encore Iron Bundle and Quillfish / Gigalith, there is not anything. Gigalith is like, it supports with Sandstorm and rocks, but nothing else. Quillfish is
Hang on.
and Hatterene are the best support bonds for sure, though.
Taunt Iron
Hatterene
Bundle
gets
as
the most
well.
Taunt, true.
But yeah, that's it really.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I rate it so low. Like honestly, if this team had better support roles, it'd be one of the top teams. Its support roles is its major weakness. I still think it's a very good team. As someone who's faced it and prepped for it, and even looking at it on paper, it's a good team. But the support roles are very bad on this team.
Yeah. Like one thing also to
What's your
mention.
removal for this team as well?
It's
Excadrill, a Thunderous Tea, Hatterene, and technically Swallow, but that's really pushing it.
yeah. But
yeah.
like considering this team isn't that rocks weak, like there's of course Swallow Bundle Thunderous, which are rock weak, but the rest don't really care about rocks. Spikes could be hurtful for this team, but he will be able to fit Defog / Rapid Spin on one of the mons, and if he doesn't, they're still Hatterene.
Honestly, you mostly
Yeah.
want rocks against this team just to basically scout items.
Yeah.
Like, especially with Iron Bundle, you want to know if it's boots, you want to know if Thunderous is boots. That's where the rocks come into handiness, is just basically scouting items on this team. Because you want to know, basically, right, is Iron Bundle running boots? Is it running specs? Is it running whatever else it would run? Usually it's running boots or specs or, like, Scarf.
Yeah.
That's usually the Iron Bundle set. But, like, you want to know Thunderous as well, especially what item it's running.
Yeah, like I also like the problem solving of this team a lot because, first of all, we have Garchomp, Mega Garchomp, which can very easily run special sets, and we have Thunderous, which
There's
can
100K
technically
special
fit
tech.
physical sets.
Yeah. Houndstone as well it has two sets, but they're two very different sets. It's either I'm gonna nuke your entire team with Poltergeist and body press, or I'm gonna be an offensive wall that you can't break with Fluffy.
Yeah. And then we also have the Swallow, which obviously can be Guts or Scrappy Boomburst. And he can even run the offensive Gigalith if he wants to, because if you guys remember, Gigalith still has a 120 or 130 attack stat.
He does have a trick. He does actually have a trick room mode on this team.
Yeah,
Like,
he has
there
a
is
trick room mode with Hatterene, Escavalier, Gigalith if he
Oh,
wants
heck,
to.
yeah.
Even Wailord.
I did actually respect the trick room mode as a possibility, even with Blood Moon, because like Hatterene, Escavalier, Houndstone, because it gets basically boosted like Shadow Sneak, Gigalith can all do damage in Trick Room. This is honestly, if Terabyte locks in, Terabyte is a threat this season.
Yeah, if
This
he
was
locks in,
fucked or not.
that's the big part.
Will he
If-
lock in though?
Yeah, it depends if Terabyte can be fucked. If Terabyte's motivated, they are going to be they would be one of my favorites to win this division.
Yo, what the fuck?
Yo, hello.
Yo,
Oh,
what the hell?
what? I mean, this division too.
Yo, hello.
Mingo, I didn't think you are going to win. What the fuck? I wasn't
Ouch,
quite
man.
implied.
What the devils?
Ouch, man.
The
I wasn't
devil's
implying you
going
were
on
shit.
here.
I will never forget this motherfucker for like 2 days straight spam nothing but that meme.
Yeah, in every server he was in,
Every-
he just spammed that
Every
shit.
server and every channel.
That was so
Devils.
annoying. I was getting annoyed. I was like, please stop.
Pay had to mute him. That's how bad it got.
Yeah.
The
How about
devils.
you finish on my face instead? Call me P. Diddy the way I'm a traffic. Jesus.
What the? Yeah, that
Oh.
was quite dodgy.
Taco
the
is.
favorite one is the bottom one. Sabrina Carpenter is so bad. I want a white girl like that to call me.
The B word.
Oh, Callum's not here. He would have said it with me.
Yeah. Like, Taco's the most unhinged person on the server, man.
Yeah,
Oh, it's not even close.
Oh, but we love him. He's part of the org.
we love him.
Emilio,
but
you
he's
can start
unhinged.
talking about your Mexican Bros team.
My Mexican boyfriend.
Exactly.
All right. Well, starting with essential types. He's got the ground type. He's got the water type. He's got the flying type. He's even got levitate. So look at that. 2 levitators. Earthquake. Nah. 4 levitators. With 3. Wait, what the hell? He's got 4 ground
he's
immunities.
not-
Look at him go.
he basically, this is the basically least weak ground weak team I've ever seen.
Exactly. Fucking hell. He's got a fairy type in Dashban. He's got a grounded poison. He also has a dark type. He has a steel type. He's
I
got
will
great
say
Terra
Dash-
captains too. Big fan.
I will
Big
say
fan.
this: Dashbun being your fairy type is a weakness.
Same with
It
That's why I
Skunk.
is,
actually
but
like-
I would say the same for Skuntank being your only dark type.
Yeah.
hey,
I will also say this.
Yeah.
This is why I actually, because of how good this team is into ground types, it's actually why I like Arcanine being a fairy type over a grass type as its third terror. because Fairy actually suits his team better defensively.
Sure.
Yeah.
I love the Terra Captains on this team too. They
Yeah,
run
Arcanine
now
and
as a
Rotom
Terra
are
Captain
good
can
Terra
work.
Captains.
And Arcanine, like, you don't even gotta like shout for that one. Yeah, obviously
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Arcanine being Terra Fairy is a good smart choice in their part over Grass, because again, most of the time you want it to be Grass because of its ground weakness, but honestly, this team just does so well into ground switchings unless you're basically facing specifically Psyguard, which wasn't drafted in this division, I think.
It was not.
I drafted
like,
it, then I dropped it.
yeah.
I dropped
Yeah.
it.
And honestly, you don't care about Psyguard with this team anyway, because you've got Rotom Mo, which just runs Terra Fairy and doesn't run Electric that week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I-
sure. One thing I wish this team had a spiker.
Yeah.
Or a bulky water type Terra Palafin.
That's like the big thing I hate about the team not having a bulky water / a spiker.
Yeah, I don't love the hazards on this team as well. They're not terrible, but
It's
And-
Bronzong,
yeah.
Great Tusk, but mostly Bronzong because Great Tusk doesn't want to run whatchamacallit
Yeah.
every time.
Honestly, I would
Not
rather
often.
not be running Cyberpunk and Great Tusk. Like, Great Tusk is primarily used for that, but honestly, when I use Great Tusk, I just use it as an offensive nuke that was bulky as well. If you just played it right, it just ripped teams apart.
Yeah.
It's
Like-
not my favorite move on Great Tusk. Henceforth, it's a lot on Bronzong, which is what I'm saying. I wish he had one more like hazard setter, specifically a spiker. Would be really nice here.
Removal's amazing on this team, though. Oh, 1-0
Yeah.
France.
He's got-
Bye-bye, Belgium.
Like,
Got a
Oh, I do
20
want to
Great
mention
Tusk.
though, real fast. I remember we mentioned like not having really a bulky water, but Palpatine after transforming is like pretty insanely bulky. I think that won him week 1. It was how bulky Palpatine ended up being.
yeah.
Yes, but I also wouldn't be using it defensively, if that made sense.
Especially
yeah,
on this
no, it's
team,
not
you
very defensive
like
anymore.
using Palafin offensively more.
Yeah.
Listen
Like,
to the
maybe
haters suck up.
maybe Terra Water like Rotom Mo, maybe, but even I think they're fine on it.
Yeah.
Probably like Terra Steel, back up Steel type to Bronzong.
Like looking at more,
We're missing some
looking at
party.
the other roles of the team, like the breaking power, you have Great Tusk Palafin, which is already a great physically offensive power. Then you have Torn and Latias for special offense, which Arcanine as a Terra Pokemon will also be very dangerous. Same with Motom.
Yeah, those top 4 plus Arcanine is like that hurts.
Yeah. It's not like one of the best offenses, but it's a very good offense still.
Yeah.
It
Dash
hurts.
Fun
It
in the
Well,
right matchup as well can actually just break a team as well if you play it right.
Yeah, I still hate Darkspun though.
Dash Fun,
Well,
the best way to describe Dash Fun is it should be your second fairy type as a backup option for certain niche matchups where you either want Wish or you just want a very specific counter to certain stuff. It counters certain mons very well, but it should never be your primary fairy type, in my opinion.
I get, yeah. One thing to mention though, this team does better than most teams we've seen before is the supporting roles. We have Latias, we have Darkspun, we have Bronzong, we have Rotom, and I think like a very good, like one of the best support ones is the Tornteed he has.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
You got like
Oh, I do
like
have a funny
icy.
story about this draft in specific though.
Oh god.
Dash Fun is a
I
good support mon as well.
originally helped Taco draft his like original 4, and he didn't know what team he wanted to build. And he's like, "Oh, I want Torn. Oh, I want Palfin. Oh, I want Great Tusk."
And
But
he
he
just
wanted
picked
them
up every single
individually,
one of
but
them.
no one would have drafted them at all. So he just picked up all the mons that he originally wanted, and then just went from there.
It's kind of
Which
funny.
kind of still worked. Like, there's a caveat to this team, of course. Like, you put a lot of defensive effort into the lower tier mons because Great Tusk and Latias, of course, can run defensive sets. But on this team, you want the more offensive sets for them, especially from Latias, because it's going to be one of your main special attackers here.
Yeah, outside of like maybe Terra like Mo, but even then it's like kind of iffy.
Yeah. But
Choice specs Terrifier Overheat Arcanine baby.
yeah, like the thing I like the most about this team, which is also the highest score, is how versatile this team is. You have tons of different Torn sets, tons of different Palafin sets. Then Arcanine can run a lot of different sets. You have Motom, you have Bronzong, Latias. Like a lot of mons can run so many different sets.
Oh, hang on a minute. There we
He's
go.
got a
Great Tusk is very
very
versatile
good.
as well if you run it right.
Yeah.
It's very
Great
versatile.
Tusk was
Very
so
versatile.
good in my semi-final run. Like, even Dashbun can do a few. Well, Dashbun can do a few couple of things if you're pushing it. Rotomo can be. I think Rotomo is actually a lot more versatile than it. It can come offensive on this team, especially with Terra Electric.
Yeah.
Like,
Ever though.
or even yeah, I think he did bring it. Did he bring it offensive week 1? Or I think it was someone else.
He might have. We don't remember.
We'll say that for the week
Your
1
game was-
video.
We saved that for
Was
the
that
The
week
game
one
was
video.
boring,
Yeah.
Cafe. That's why we can't remember it.
Yeah. Yeah. Taco likes Sabrina Carpenter.
And
He doesn't.
he wants her to call him that word, yeah.
Yeah.
Wiener.
What the fuck is this logo, by the way?
I don't know who that's supposed to be. Am I too young?
I don't remember who that is, man.
I'm too old to get the reference either.
Anyway, Rosebloom Nixie. The
Okay,
Pokemon is for adults
AKA
channel.
Freaky
Why
Young.
the fuck would you need that?
AKA Freaky Unk. AKA Freaky Unk. Come on.
Yeah. It has a Scottish
It's a
accent.
true
too.
name.
Weird fetish, but we allow it.
And we would never use you guys for content. Never.
Oh.
So anyway, let's carry on using them for content.
We're farming off you guys right now.
Yeah. Actively being farmed.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the Zygarde.
Thank you. Oh, there's
Oh yeah,
Zygarde.
they grabbed it. That's it. I knew someone grabbed it.
Essential rules. Dark type is there, although it's kind of a fake dark type because it's Urshifu.
Yeah.
Bulky water.
We have a bulky water, we have a flying type, we have a grounded poison, we have a ground type. We have a grounded. We have 2 grounded poison types. Yeah. We have a fairy.
I don't
we
like
have
how
a
the fairy
steel.
and the steel type are the same.
Yeah, that's one thing
It's a little
to mention.
slow,
Yeah.
like-
Although Tinkaton is a good Pokemon, having your fairy and your steel be the same Pokemon is kind of eh.
Kind of sus.
Yeah, there's a lot of like sussiness there.
It's a good typing, like
Hearing-
one of the best
Hearing
actually.
Roy say sussiness is just. I didn't know.
I
live
didn't. I
in-
didn't know
we live
Roy
in a
had
world, don't we?
had that
I
vocabulary.
didn't know you. You neither, man. But good on you,
Just,
huh?
I honestly, I'm learning as I get older, and I'm just learning like new terms. Like Emilio, you slayed today. You slayed.
Jesus.
And can you please tell? Can we please?
Yeah.
So what do the houses on this team look like? Oh my god, they have what? Webs. They have
Yo,
Tinkerton and
Mega
rocks.
Aerodactyl.
Aerodactyl rocks. Oh my god,
Spikes
Ogrepon
on Ogerpon
spikes.
and Heart Flame as well. If we want to switch out.
Roselia spikes and T spikes.
Roselia.
I just want to say, Rose is such a Giga Chad because I think he built this team. He's like, man, my team's really weak to Zygarde. So he just picks up Zygarde later in the draft.
Yeah.
Honestly, I
He's
respect
such a
the hell out of
dog. He's such a dog.
that. He's such a dog for that.
Somebody
Piece
drafted
of
Zygarde
shit.
10% right now in Territe.
No, someone just bring
Did
Sandy
anyone
Shots
draft
with
10%?
no. Sandy Shots gravity into this team.
True.
So I don't think you
No,
understand
my
the
one
magnitude of the situation.
Dropping the tech, Roy.
Offensively, this
I've
team is
used-
also very good.
I've used gravity Sandy Shots enough times. People should know it by now.
Offensively, this team is also very good. We have a big focus on physical offense, though, with top 3 plus Zygarde. But then there's still like the special offense of Slowbro Galar and the Terratorn Eye, which I love Terratorn Eye.
Territorial Eye is very good here. I question the poison typing as like the third one, but flying ground, no argument.
Yeah.
Is the poison type?
Why
for
is it
though?
Terra Poison?
Is it? Yeah. I'm trying to think of
What
the
is
reason.
your type?
Sludge wave?
Back
What?
up.
Boosted sludge
Back
wave?
up point. Hang on. So it's weak to electric. It's weak to ice. Honestly, I would prefer something like steel. Like if I was going to pick anything as a third type, as a defensive one, I guess. But there's probably a reason.
I think it has to be like Stab Sludge Wave then, or something of that nature.
Wait, Torn doesn't get.
That might-
Does Torn get Sludge Wave?
And the
Yes,
others two get
sludge-
sludge wave,
no.
I would assume.
I don't think it does. Oh no, it does. It does. It gets sludge bomb.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm about to say,
pretty
yeah.
Yeah, then it's
Sludge
probably Stab Sludge Wave.
Sure. I feel
Roy cuts out again.
wave cutting out.
Sorry, I changed tab on my laptop, so that always happens.
Jesus, right.
Supporting roles. Rotom.
Rotom. That's all you need, bro.
We
Yeah,
love
like
Rotom.
Rotom Wash is so fucking good. I love Rotom Wash. And then you also add
Rotom Wash,
onto
Torn.
that Prankster, Torn
Torn.
Eye,
Torn. Bro,
Tinkaton.
Tinkaton's a crazy supporter.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah,
Thunderwave,
Tinkaton's super
Encore, Knockoff. Bro, that thing's sick. Rocks.
Just to confirm, it does get Sludge Wave and Sludge Bomb.
Okay. You also have like Glare, Zygarde if you want to. You have Sticky Webs. You have Rosalia, who can just generally be a little annoying.
I would say Glare Zygarde comes a lot more than you think, because especially Zygarde often you just need 2 attacks, so like
Yep.
PD and then it's just sub glare, or even just sub glare.
Yeah.
Just be a degenerate.
You can also just run Coil with 1,000 arrows and extreme speed. That's enough a lot of the time as well. Problem solving is something this team kind of has, kind of not. There is some variations of sets. For example, Torn Eye has variations, Slowbro Galar has, Zygarde technically has, although it's mostly gonna come with 1,000 arrows all the time.
Yeah.
All it needs.
Tinkaton can run sword stance, support, or is just straight up defensive.
You have 1,000 arrows. You have no problems to solve.
Yeah.
I will say, I do think there's a little bit of variety in Urshifu Single Strike.
Yeah. There's like the straight up band set, there's Scarf, there's Trailblaze, there's Sword Stance. You also have like Priority Sucker Punch.
Sometimes.
I will say this on Sight Guard. Its priority comes in like, how does it deal with the ground to stop it, because it can run different moves to deal with them. Skitter Smack, Sludge Wave, Sludge Bomb, Draco as well.
I love Skitter Smack on Zygarde so much.
Yeah, Skitter Smack Zygarde is so cool, man.
Oh, some dorks.
Dorks.
Amelia,
you are a dork.
There's some iron
Amelia is very much a dork.
Yeah, but
he's our dork, though.
30 points and number 7, Rose Bloom Nixie. Hey.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen a single team I like more than Canadines.
Hey, it's me.
Oh, it's Ben.
Where's the guy?
Ben!
Mistakes were made. The story of your birth. Shout out Zeb.
That's harsh. That's harsh.
Shout out to Zeb.
Shout out to Zeb. He's not here. He was here yesterday.
What I would like to say, just to start on Ben, is Ben is the unluckiest man alive.
And I'm a chaotic as fuck dungeon master.
He's so unlucky. Amelia, finish off the joke.
Sorry, what happened?
Jesus.
Freaking noise.
Damn it, Amelia. Damn it. We're gonna have some fun there.
I'll be honest, I'd happily do a podcast for money because they are fun for free already. I don't know, man. Make a video.
I'll be honest, I would do a lot of things for money. I ain't gonna lie. So
true.
Yeah, things that.
Oh,
are
you're a
fun.
freak. You're a freak.
I do most things for money.
Hey, 20
bucks. You're a freak. You're a freak. You're a freak. You're a freak.
Listen, I'm not gay, but $20 is $20, right? Like.
You guys can start talking about my team, though.
$20.
Right, so here we have the worst sand team of all time.
It's not even a sand team. We just have a tiny sand.
Yeah, it's a sand mode now at this point. It's a sand mode.
Sand team. Sand mode.
He's got some really weird sand team.
Wait, isn't this basically a team from the last 3 seasons of like Tapu Lele and sand modes?
Yes.
EGC did it. Someone else did it last season in Clodcire, and now Ben's doing it.
Yes.
You fucking leeches.
Krumel did it. I think he saw someone else.
Krumel, yeah. Because BGC did it first. Oh my god, you fucking leeches.
Yeah, you know
it's a good team, man.
It's a good team. I am fucking with
you leeches.
Ben just copying. I can't believe Ben copied.
To be fair, I did want a completely different type of draft, but then somebody took my Lando Eye round 1.
Yo, who was that, bro? They need to be hunted down, honestly.
What we should do is we should kick him out.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, sorry, you gotta go.
My fault, yo.
Anyway, Roy, go in depth.
There you go. Sorry, there you're muted for a minute. So go on.
You can go in depth into my team.
Okay, so essential roles. I think the essential roles are quite good. I like the hazard removal there, and I like the multiple options. I also do like Grounded Poison. I love Soraka 3 for reasons I'll get into later, especially with T-Tar as a combo.
Oh,
Actually, I'll get into it now. Such a
Oh, God.
beautiful combo with Tita. I also liked some of the. I also did like the tech you brought against Emilio. By the way,
Yeah,
I love the
Soda. Soda.
I saw the tech. We'll
Mhm.
talk about when we watch your game, but the tech you brought was good. I love that
Bro.
tech.
Shout out
You know what I
Zoro
mean.
Kusui plus 4x weak fighting mons. Am I right, Soda?
And
Oh, I
also-
love that combination.
Also, Sneasler as well, because it's just so threatening. Because you just see a Sneasler in front of you, and you have to bring out certain mons. Also, what else do we like here? We like Santos is this terrible. Drake is also a very good offensive mon. Mantan covers a lot of weaknesses. You've also got an actual bulky normal type as well to go with the Sora Kasui.
Yeah.
Shout out Licky Licky.
Shout out to
He
the
also
boy.
drafted the best. He drafted
I
the best
would like-
Meow stick as well.
I would like a backup fairy type if possible, but yeah.
I
It's fine.
did not
You
have
can.
the capabilities for a backup fairy type.
Yeah. I don't think there was any. I don't think. Yeah, you made the team work.
Can't win them all.
I got sniped like 4 or 5 times, so I'm pretty happy with how this team still turned out.
Yeah, I think it's turned out quite good.
Get Fortnite emoted on. Anyways,
Wait, so how did you go from the pivot from like a Lando Sand team to Terrain?
I don't know, I just felt like it. I saw Sneasler available and I just like, okay. Because I didn't know what to pick first when Lando I went, so I just picked Sneasler.
No, he just looked at last season's doc and went, "I'll just take that team."
Yes.
You fucking leech.
It's a good team. It's a good team.
To be fair, I'm the first
But
one
no.
to do it without the Excadrill.
That is
Yeah,
true.
because
You are
that's
doing
only
it
because Terabyte took extra.
Yes.
He's good.
That's only because
I actually like Sneasler with the plan you had, so I was like, yeah, do you know what? As much about it, Tapu Lele and it does and as much as we're joking.
By the way, I'm the biggest Rotom Heat fanboy. I love Rotom Heat.
It's good. I like
Look at his
Rotom
little
Heat. Let him
hands. Look at his little
Let him
hands.
cook.
He's so cute.
He's got
He's so
little
cute.
oven mitts.
Little oven mitts, man. He's little hands. Man.
Honestly, Rotom Heat has so many good nicknames, like Let Him Kirk, Oven Mitts, ones that Emilio's going to repeat later.
Let's get on to the next point
Yeah,
of my
yeah,
team, the
make-
breaking
and-
power.
I know.
Making tacos.
Oh, tacos, yeah. I mean, I guess.
I feel like the breaking
Anyways,
power is the best
his
part
breaking
about
power?
my team. Although special breaking
we
is a
didn't ask
little
for your
weaker.
input, sir. Okay. I'm kidding.
I mean, yes
There's
and no.
Lele,
because
bro. Lele Zoroark, bro, that hits.
Yeah.
Semi-copium. Sorakasui offers a lot of mind games here. Really like for gives you opportunities to. If you didn't have Sorakasui, I'd be rating the breaking power quite a bit lower because it doesn't have much special breaking power outside Lele. But with Sorakasui,
Zoroark,
it
Zuri,
offers
yeah.
so much setup opportunities with certain mons.
I also have I also have Meowstic, which punishes defog.
This is true.
Does it have competitive?
Yes.
It does have competitive.
That's
I-
kind of cool.
I wouldn't know. This is the first time I've ever seen someone draft this thing. Actually, we drafted in a trios league, but that league was wacky.
Yeah. I remember that league.
Yeah, but like the biggest offensive point of about my team is very obviously Sneasler and Terra Dracozold. Terra Dracozold is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, Terra Dracozold. It's so cool.
I'm gonna one shot
Beak is
most
such a
things with
cool
fucking Terra Electric Beak Blast. Or
Yeah.
what is it? Bolt Beak.
Bolt beak. Yeah. Beak
Beak.
blast is
Silly.
Bolt
It's
blast.
two cannon, bro.
Yeah, we love the two cannon.
It's too
blast.
kids.
I like how you just gave up. You just said he said it. He's good enough.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think
Memes
T-Tar
aside,
also deserves a shout out.
yeah, T-Tar does deserve a shout out, bro. That motherfucker's
Yeah,
a
like
demon.
Bandit and D-Dance hit like a truck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even
there's
also
just like
special
hard
And
knockoff.
if
Yeah,
and
even just
Yeah.
hard.
I will be very real with you. If I didn't know you were drafting it, I would have probably sniped Tita.
I
Because I
know.
was considering it for my team.
I know. But if you would have sniped me, I would have actually started fucking screaming because at that point I was already sniped like 2 times.
Yeah, you were done at that point. No, because that's why I was there like, oh, Tita actually really does fit my team. And I was like, no, I don't want to be that mean. Just get Crocodile and it does the same job.
The one
Well,
thing
it's
I love
good,
about
but-
T-Tar as well is it is one of the best pursuit mons in the game. And I love using pursuit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, just freaking pursuit and knockoff, bro. That's just all you need, bro.
Yeah. And I can fit special moves, I can fit D-Dance if I want to.
I mocked with Aaron, like, for our game, like, once, like, near the beginning after schedules came out. He brought special T-Tar. I was like, is Ben bringing it? He didn't.
I did not. I brought something very different. Anyway, supporting roles is probably the weakest part about my team, though.
You have Mantine,
honestly,
bro. You have Licky
I
Licky.
rated it. Honestly, I might have rated it higher than other people again because of Soraka Sui, because I just love how it supports the team here because I know it's a weird support, and I know I've said it several times, but the illusion plays so many mind games to support other mons to do their things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's still got Psychic Terrain that'll help with priority and just help out Sneasler.
Yeah.
And just like help out, like, you're not as weak to like Mach Punch or Bullet Punch for T-Tar. That'll help you out there. Rotom
Slow
is
Volt
also a
switch
pretty
on
good support.
Fortress.
Yeah, slow Volt switch on Rotom as well. Not slow, but like,
It depends how you run it, but
The
yeah.
one thing I still
Really
want so
bulky.
fucking much, I wish fucking Mantine got flip turn. It fucking doesn't.
Did you get
Does he like
Baton Pass?
Baton
at
Pass?
this?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I think
I'll look it up for you.
does, if I'm not
Cheeks.
mistaken.
Cheeks.
I can look it up. Give me a second.
It does not get
I'll
Baton
beat you
Pass, I
to it.
promise you.
It does not.
It does indeed
I
not.
bet.
If you
Yeah, I
Oh,
bet my
wow.
left testicle it does not.
Damn.
it does in hack mons.
We're not in
You've lost your
Hackmons,
left
We're
baby.
not in
Emilio.
Hackmons.
We're not in
you-
Hackmons, baby.
You've lost your left testicle. Sorry, Emilio. I do apologize.
My mistake. I actually skipped my page.
Start
Problem
playing,
solving.
the spoiler. Problem solving. It's all right.
Yeah. Like, I
Yeah,
have-
like you might.
I have
You know
T-Tar.
what it's gonna do, but
T-Tar's probably your best problem solver here.
I also have Zoroark Hisui, which can run Sword Stance.
yeah, them all
If you run,
mix.
I'll give you $5 if I see you run Swords Dance Zoroark Hisui, I'll personally give you $5.
I'll do it.
Emilio,
Trust
I've run
me.
Sword Dance Soraka Sui. It's not that rare of a set.
No, it is.
It'd be
I'm
like
just
running.
talking about.
It's Nasty Pot T-Tar might be a rare set, but like Sword Dance Soraka Sui isn't.
Yeah, but T-Tar
No,
is...
what? That's
T-Tar
T-Tar is way more. Way more. Makes
You-
way more sense.
You know what's an underrated problem solver? Licky
Everything is
Licky.
T-Tar. Everything is. Licky Licky's good. Yeah, Licky Licky I like.
Licky
a lot
Licky
here as
has...
well.
I'm every time I see Licky Licky's move pool, I'm so astounded by how many fucking moves that thing gets. Like, for real. Like, why does
Gen
it
1
get
syndrome.
certain moves?
Gen 1 syndrome, seriously, like Gen 1 has some of the especially normal types have dumb move pools. It's like, why are you getting that? Okay.
Yeah. It gets Sword Stance, it gets
Well, 'cause it
Wish,
gets, like,
Heal
Wish.
Bell.
Doesn't it get Earthquake as well, just randomly?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
That one I can see
It's a
though,
lot
because
of
it's so
moves.
fat, it makes the ground quake. Make the
Go
earth
on, my
shake.
boy.
He got that Wi-Fi
Stick.
on his belly.
Make sure
Anyway,
you Licky Licky
next person. Star Maiden. And they are
I love
speaking
this
from
team so much.
Emilio's soul. An average ass toucher, an average woman fearer. It's speaking from Emilio's
Yeah.
soul.
If you want to
I
beat
don't
if you want to beat Emilio, you just bring all women Pokemon.
True. We'll be
I'm
scared.
not that degen, guys. Come on.
We play competitive
remember I went to-
Pokemon with spreadsheet. Let's not lie.
Redact his name out of there. Come on.
No.
Yeah.
It is insane.
I think my favourite quote was someone who said, "Why is a 15-year-old educating us about seeing boobs?"
Yeah.
I think it was
Shout out
also-
Ordinary. Shout out Ordinary. Shout out
Shout out
Ordinary.
Ordinary. My
Don't
God,
shout out
bro.
Ordinary. Fuck Ordinary.
If you want to.
Bro, I swear to God, Ben, if there's another fucking slide at the end of this is just like, fuck Emilio. Like,
No. It's not.
No, it just says "fuck ordinary."
He just says fuck Roy.
Let's get over the team. Essential
You
rules
want-
first. My favorite steel type in the game, Mega Scissor. Then we have a great ground type and glass core flying type as well. We have grounded poison. We have a normal type. We have a dark type. We have
Yeah,
a
ghost
kind of bulky water.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Starmie's so
Yeah,
fraud.
kind of.
Sorry, I can't do it.
Starmie's weird. It's not.
It's a
It doesn't
little
look like
fraud,
bulky, but it's kind of
Bro,
bulky. Which
please give it
right.
regenerate, bro. Please give it regenerator.
We have
Fill
a
it up.
fairy type as well. Like most roles are filled pretty well. We have hazard setting. We have hazard removal, which is pretty decent.
Why the fuck does Starmie get analytic? sorry.
I don't know, but it actually works on it sometimes.
I can't.
Get rid of Illuminate for regen.
Give it download.
Give it download.
Download.
Yeah, you know what? That'd be pretty cool. I swear,
Honestly,
Roy will
with what
defend any
quality-
trash mon. Roy will defend any trash mon.
This army isn't
Yes,
trash.
That's why I defend more Pico. I defend more Pico
Wait.
all day long, Amino.
Roy, say 5 good things about Bouffalon right now. Right there.
Okay,
Sure.
it's got an afro. Also reckless head charge. It's a normal type, so it can potentially beat Sinister. It's a normal type, so it can potentially beat Gengar, and I think it gets Earthquake as well, so Gengar can't levitate out. And 5, it's better looking than Tauros.
It's the biggest cope I've ever heard in my life. Anyways, let's continue.
Yeah, well, let's
I
continue.
don't know what Buffalo gets as moves. I have no idea what Buffalo gets as moves, so I can't fucking defend it.
The breaking power of this
This is
team
a cool
I don't
is
actually know.
very, very, very solid. We have the top 2, which are great breakers in their own right, and then we add to that a Terra, Palmot, plus Cinderace, and a Starmie.
That's gonna be a
Terra
nuke.
Palmot. Terra Palmot. Shout out Terra Palmot.
It's interesting. If there's a Nibby gets off toxic chains as well.
So
they
didn't
can
you almost
really
draft that
start
thing?
messing up.
Well, it was gonna be my Terra captain because I was under the belief that Terra Palmont was probably like the top 2 or 3 Terra captains in the whole draft.
It is.
I just ended up not going it because I found the true goat. So
Obstacle.
Honestly,
I mean, we'll get to that.
I
when we
want to
get
draft
that.
it one day just purely for the natural cure rest sets as well because I'm a degenerate.
Yeah. But in general, this team's like offense is very good. Like one thing you could say is the special offense isn't as good because it's gonna run through Darkrai and Starmie most of the time, which those as you're sold to good special attackers because Sinister can special attack well, but it's better when it's set up. And Pheasantipity is weird as shit. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, Pheasantip is very weak. It's very weak special attacking. Honestly, those Starmies Loki set threat here with like, does he get agility? No, rapid spin will do. Rapid spin meteor beam. He gets meteor beam.
Yeah. Supporting roles on this team are also pretty good. You got like the 1 point
Gliscor, bro.
Illumise, which is cool. You got Gliscor, you got Starmie, you got Sinistra.
Fucking Aaron made me an Illumise believer.
Yeah,
I wanted Illumise was one of the snipes that happened against me, man.
I was considering Illumise as well at the end.
At some point, it's got to be your fault, right?
At some point, it's got to be my fault, yeah.
Yeah, Ben, stop drafting good teams. Why are you drafting good teams?
Yeah, I don't know.
Ben, be like, pay. Draft shit.
Yeah, this team's support is pretty good. I also I really like the Cinderace pickup here because it's not only for the core change, it's also for the Willows and just in general Cinderace being Cinderace. Like it helps up with like priority sucker punch as well.
Priority sucker punch, spamming U-turn, core change. Sinistra is really good support too.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
especially with Terra.
Except
Terra is a very it's
Terra
a
Fairy though.
Yeah, like the big.
I actually agree very bad. Well, I get it actually because they don't have a bulky water type, so Sinistra can kind of work for that.
Yeah, like the bulky water is Starmie, which is kind of a flaw, but Starmie can take more hits than you think it can. The big problem about this team is though how versatile it is because most mons run the same sets. Like Darkrai is always going to be special offensive. Scissor can be defensive or offensive.
Darkrai can be Sword Dance.
It can be, yes. I've run physically offensive Darkrai, but it's very, very, very niche.
Yeah, I say Sora Kasui is a better Sword Dancer than Darkrai.
Yeah, then you have Gliscor, which obviously can run the Sword Stance Toxic Orb Facade sets. Starmie is gonna be mostly offensive or defensive, depending on what you need. Cinderace is pretty versatile. Palmot does mostly the same things. Like the big complaint I have about this team as well is like the poison and the fairy type being Pheasantipity because I just don't like them on.
That's fair. Pheasantipity is one of the ones I want to try, but when I literally didn't get defog, I was there like, about immediately. It needs defog for me to want to use it. If you got defog, it actually be a lot better.
right?
It gets U-turn, like it's not terrible. If it got defog, I'd use it because it'd be a great, like, basically defensive. You just root, U-turn, defog, spread toxics for free without being taunted. Run Moonblast.
It would be a different.
Well, not for free.
It
gotta
would be
lucky
similar
with the
to a Crobat,
I am lucky.
just that Pheasantipity would be a grounded poison, Crobat is not.
And I prefer
Yeah.
that to like what I would draft in like the poison type. And also, Emilio, luck is a skill. Remember, son?
luck is a sill. Luck is a skill, not a sill.
It's both.
Damn.
It's both.
Talking about luck as a skill.
Speaking of luck,
The
Am
guy
I-
who wins 10k in poker and still hasn't replaced his laptop
because he's lazy.
Cause he's lazy.
has 2 children in
10K
the
in
server.
poker, you said.
10k in poker. He's still in like the red though. For like
Emilio.
for all like
No,
damn.
I am not in the red. I'm in profit, mate. Get fucked. I'm in profit. Also,
he's still in the red.
He's in the green.
Emilio, didn't know you had a piss king. Good for you. Just like Pate.
Yep.
I'm freaky like that, bro. You don't know what I'm into, bro.
Yeah, piss king.
I'm into a lot of shit.
Let's get into Roy's team,
scat
shall
fashion
we?
as well as weird. Right. So
Yep.
here was my thought process as I drafted this team. I wanted Mega Galley because I never used it, and then I was like, right, what do I pair with it? And I was actually looking at Darkrai because it was still on the board, and I was there like, oh shit, Blood Moon's there. I'll just grab Blood Moon. I've never used that before. And then I was like, well, Emilio hates it when I draft Slowking Galar.
So he's
I'm
going to
do
draft
something
regular
different.
Slowking.
Yeah, he's gonna draft. I actually have drafted regular Slowking in the show.
Fucking
And then I was like,
fraud.
then I was like, all right, I need a steel type and I need a defog. And I was like, oh, Corviknight somehow still on the board. Then I wanted a spinner and I was like, oh, Serena. And then I was like, right, well, I want a fairy type that's really good offensively, but could do multiple things. But Soda had to grab Diancie round 2 because fuck me, I guess. So I was like chatting. So I was generally chatting to Ray, and I was there like, he was like, actually, Terra Confe would be a good chat. I was like, do I want to draft Terra Confe again? I never say mods over. Psych! Because Terra Confe is go ahead. Terra Confe is amazing on this team. Crocodile then was next because I needed rocks. Chandelure, I wanted another special breaker, and then we got to the last 6 points. I was just saying like, right, I want webs, and I have like fuck all hazards. So I was like, well, you don't fuck all with the shuckle. And then I was like, right, I've got 2 points left. I was looking at the 2-point poison types. I was like, I don't want Marini. Why the fuck would I bring Marini to a matchup? So I was like, all right, I'm going to draft Swallow. It's cute, but like I was then looking, all right, I want spikes and I want some rocks, and I was going to go Carbink, and then I saw Glimmet was still available. I was like, this has some usage. I'll go Glimmet. And then I had 1 point left over, so I got Swat because it's a good mon.
Yeah. So
funny.
let's start with Roy's essentials. You have a steel type, you have a flying type, you have a ground type, you have a dark type, you have a ghost type, you have a normal type, you have a fairy type. Like most roles are.
This is the weakest part of my team. This is the weakest part of my team, in my opinion. And I'll explain why I think it's weakened. My grounded poisons are copium poisons.
Yeah.
I like Swallow, but it's niche. I like Glimmet, but it's niche.
Your hazards are
my
copium
hazard-
because you have to bring one of your low tiers for hazards, unless you
Yes.
want to run rocks
Oh,
and crook.
Which is good in some matches, but you don't always run rocks and crook. My hazard
I ran
was very
Rocks
good,
on Crook every week when I drafted it last season.
which you shouldn't
Yo.
do. Sorry, but I love
it
Crook
was
as a
great, it
hazard
was
one,
great.
but Crook is better when you can do it with different things with it. Like a Crook is a very versatile mon if you're using it right. And honestly,
When you
my
have
my best set with Crook have been like sweeping teams with Moxie. So like I definitely don't always run it like I don't always run it as rocks. But otherwise, I think it is otherwise that's definitely the weakest part. I will get to problem solving in a bit as well, but we're gonna go to breaking power next.
Yeah, which is the
This
best part
team-
about your team because you have Gallade plus Blood Moon.
Which, by the way, this is rare for me. Most of the time, my team's weak as shit is breaking. I'm very bad at drafting good breakers. So this time, I made a point. I was like, right, I'm going to draft some good breakers early because I wanted to actually break teams.
Yeah, and to that core of Gallade Ursaluna, you added a Crocodile and a Terra Chandelure, and even like the Comfey.
The
Dude, I'm such
Comfey
a
is going to be
believer.
underrated because
I'm such a
Comfey really
believer.
helps me as well. Because one weakness of my team, mate, Comfey made me believe last season. But I think it's even better this season. Like it was, there's a reason Pate tiered it up to like 12 points for Terra because with Terra, it just gets rid of its weakness to steal so well because you can just tailor it. And this time I've gone full offensive with it. I am planning to get kills with Comfey. I am going to make this a kill leader. I believe in it. Actually, I don't really care that much about kill leader, I'm not Aaron. But being serious, like it can just break certain mons. Chandelure as well. I remember when I drafted and got to a semi-final for the first time, I brought it to 4 matchups. It got 12 kills. It just, if you position right, it'll break teams.
Yeah.
also just really like especially Convey as well, like because of the priority really helps my team. Because one weakness of my team, it's a bit slow.
I love how everybody let the other people talk about their team, and Roy just goes on a rant about
Roy
his
said,
team.
"Nah, I'm not gonna." He's like, "I'm gonna yap my ass off."
I thought about this team a lot when making it.
Up.
It's because I don't really plan out my teams. I just make them as I go, and I think about it in depth when I'm making the picks. And I had a lot to say about how I planned this team for once, because this was a team I actually
He has
like.
so
kind
much
of
that he's stuttering so goddamn. He said, "I got."
Sounds like he knows what he's talking about. I'll give him
It does
that.
sound. My anxiety
Roy.
ADHD is going off, but no, I love you, but my anxiety ADHD is going off. That's why I'm rambling a bit, but yeah. Being serious though, like everything was kind of like planned in my head. It's like, right, this is going to pair with this. This is going to pair with this. And I really didn't like my lack of priority, so I needed Convey quite.
Roy cut out again. Let's
Oh,
talk.
sorry. I didn't like my lack of priority, so I needed Convey.
Yeah, the supporting roles on your team are also very good. You have Slow King, then you have Comfey, you have Serena and Corviknight, which all help your two big threats very good, because you have slow pivoting, which is great. You have the Terra Comfey with priority, and then you even have like support from Shuckle and Glimmet in hazards. Swalot
too.
I guess. Swalot's probably rarely coming ever.
No, it's probably coming to one matchup with that. I will say this. So while I was joking about couldn't get Glare Soaking, so I got Slow King. I went Slow King because I really wanted to pair Teleport or Chilly Reception with Ursulina Blood Moon. I was like, just basically teleport regen into Ursulina Blood Moon, just getting it in as many times as possible to get as was a key plan.
Yeah. Which also is a good synergy, because your two best walls, Corviknight and Slow King, are both weak to Electric, and Ursulina Blood Moon then just can't come in.
It's a ground type. Yeah, Ursulina is a ground type.
Underratedly bulky if I run an AV, which I could do in some matchups.
Yep. Next up is your problem-solving ability, which is probably the weakest part about your team, because most mons will run the same stuff. Like, the bottom three will have very, very one-sided sets. Chandelure will always be offensive, either Specs or Scarf. Then Crocodile is pretty versatile.
Crook is pretty versatile. Crook and like Corviknight.
Corviknight. Yeah.
So,
maybe T7.
I will say this is better than my essential roles, I think, in my opinion. Explain why. I do think there is more you can do with Blood Moon than it seems. Slow King as well, you can do different stuff with it. Serena can do different things. I can bring Serena offensive if it's Corviknight. I could do Iron Defense Body Press stuff with. Comfey can do different stuff. Like while I am hyping up its killing ability, even do defensive. Crook is very versatile. Chandelure does one thing. Like it does one thing. It's going to nuke my. I could also, if I really was feeling stupid, do Shuckle bullshit with Contrary Shell Smash, but I'm not going to do that because I'm not a degen that much. I think my problem solving is slightly better than my essential role. I agree with you that most things do similar things, but I think it's better than my essential roles, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was pretty much the rundown of Roy's team. Let's go to number 3.
All ran down by Roy.
Daniel K. Emilio, take the lead.
Good old boy DK. Hold on, we gotta read these first real quick. My goal will be, number 1, fix my record in this league and make it overall positive. 2, make Delibird the kill leader. Holy shit, he actually drafted Delibird.
Did you not notice that?
You're sticking to it. I respect it, honestly.
This guy sniped me.
Quagsire
This guy sniped me, by the way. I'm fucking Terra Cradilly.
I was
How did he
snipe
snipe you?
How the fuck do I get sniped on Terra Cradilly?
Wait, didn't you? No,
That's
hang on.
crazy.
Didn't you decide you weren't drafting Terra Cordilla because you couldn't fit?
Yeah, but then I wanted it again.
Fair enough.
Indecisive ass. Hoeing is never a bad thing. Correct. Ask any of the org members.
And the Quagsire is known for his speed.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, he's a fast boy.
In Trick Room, yeah. In Trick Room.
When it's coming for a hug. No, when it senses a hug, that Quaggy boy just runs up and hugs you. Nothing can stop Quaggy from hugging. So cute.
Emilio, start with the essentials.
Well, looking at essential typings, I see a ground type, I see a ghost and a steel type, I see a bulky water with a fairy type, I see a good dark type, I see a grounded poison, I
Another bulky
see
water too.
another levitating. Yeah, another bulky water as well. I see Cradilly, which is annoying as shit. I see some levitating / flying bonds. You know, looks good.
I will say
We
the
got.
flying one is a bit.
He's got a
Defensively.
He's got a Yuxi. He's got Yuxi. He's got Yuxi. He's got
Usually
Yuxi.
fine. Usually covers it. Usually and Victor both cover it. To be honest.
I'm not gonna lie. There's a Mega Pidgeot on this team. Probably should have been 16.
Fraudulent.
But
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
It's also
'cause I
the
think
only
this is-
flying type with Delibird, but there's Vikavolt with Levitate to make up for that.
And Yuxi. Yuxi is more so. Yuxi's
True, I
the
forgot
main
Yuxi
one.
gets Levitate.
Yuxi is right there. But yeah, Mega Pidgeot's a fraud. Kind of sucks. But hey, you know, what am I to say?
Honestly, I think
Watch him
watching-
destroy
I
you with
honestly
Mega
don't hate-
Pidgeot.
I don't.
Bro,
I honestly,
I want it
I
to
will
happen.
defend. I think Mega Pidgeot on most teams sucks. So most of the time it sucks. On this team it works because they have a lot of slow pivoting, which does give it opportunities to start firing off no guard hurricanes, no guard heat waves, no guard. Does it get hyper voice?
No.
It doesn't. It doesn't. It
Oh,
doesn't.
okay.
Me and Soda
Never mind,
literally
okay.
talked about this. Me and Soda literally talked about this.
No,
How much this
we
mod
talked about it
sucks.
in Loopers so much. This
Oh, I
mod
think
is so bad.
I will also say though, it's only 10 points, so I don't think it's coming to every game. But I think on this team it works. There's another team that has it. I don't think it works as well on that team. On this team, it works.
Yeah.
Guys, if you ever see a Mega Pidgeot, just know it's Hurricane, Heatwave, Roost, U-turn. That's literally all it could run.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hang on. Let me find out what it can run. Let me find out.
No, there's nothing else.
There's literally nothing else. There's nothing else.
There's nothing else.
Toxic?
There's no
It might be the only Gen
normal
1 one without no
Toxic.
coverage. It might be. It might
Toxic.
actually be. It might be the. It might be the only Gen 1 one with no coverage. Okay, let's see. Oh fucking hell!
It gets nothing,
back
bro.
in-
It's not
back in the day, it had
Learning.
hit power.
It gets nothing. It's terrible.
We told you the
Yes,
set. That's the
Twister.
move.
We told you the set.
Twister. Yeah, we love Twister
Oh,
coverage.
and on this wind, it can get an Omni boost.
Hey,
it runs
it
fast.
it gets round.
I fucking hate you guys. You guys are so. You guys are so.
Sorry, dude.
It's
It is
got.
a bit of
He's
shit
got.
bomb, but it works in this team.
It's fucking terrible. Anyways, he's got Rocks and Spikes with Guard Shot, which is honestly
Not wrong.
fucking good. Rocks on Infernape. He's got T-Spikes on Tentacruel. He's even got Webs. Even
Yeah.
Rocks on Cradilly and Yuxi. So
I
you
love-
got some good hazards.
Like, I love the Garchomp Golden Go pairing a lot.
Oh yeah, same. Fucking sick.
And
Yeah.
they've also got Rapid Sin Tentacruel. Does Vicavolt get defog? I feel like it doesn't. I honestly don't want to defog on it. And they do have defog on Pidgeot.
Shut up. No.
That's his
No.
sister.
No.
That's
Rapid
no, but
Spin
no.
Delibird.
Oh,
The
and
removal
defog
on this
Delibird.
is
So,
probably gonna be weak.
The removal's weak because like Pidgeot Mega. To be fair, you can probably run defog on it, but you don't really want to be clicking defog on Mega Pidgeot.
Yeah.
You want to be clicking its free.
Honestly,
moves.
one of its
I also
two.
think he wants
Also,
the hazard stacks. I don't think he wants to get his own hazards.
Yeah, so maybe like a second spinner would be good though.
Yeah.
Then right now it's
Delibird
just
doesn't
Tentacruel.
count.
Let's go over the breaking power next, because that's one of the weaker parts of this team, because of course you have the top 3 plus Infernape, which will do a lot of damage, but the rest of the team lacks in damage unless you run the offensive Vikavolt slash Pidgeot.
I'm
Offensive
going to
Vikavolt.
disagree slightly here. I'm going to disagree slightly because I think of is
You say
145
anything?
special attack.
Well, I thought you were gonna say
No, hang on,
something
hang on.
like Pidgeot.
Oh, I'm going to say no. I'm kidding. Obviously, I'm fucking with you. But being said, no, Vikavolt is not a breaker in my opinion. It's a good cleaner at the end game, but it's not a breaker. Vikavolt though, 145 special attack. If you are Terror Electric, you don't even need to invest in that. That is hitting like a truck. I wouldn't sleep
100%.
on Vikavolt as a breaker, to be honest.
Yeah, it will hit like a truck, but like the big problem,
And
it's
Pidgeot,
one of his main special attackers.
agreed. And Pidgeot, do sleep on that as a breaker. It's not a breaker.
Mega Pidgeot is just garbage. Gets to
this
Raptor,
team
it's
should be
better.
rated
Garbage,
17.
Yeah, honestly, no,
Should've been
Swallow or
rated
Traptor.
17.
Just get Swallow or Traptor. You can get
Swallow's
Mega.
taken.
Get Raptor then. Well, do you want if you want
This
to do
one
special?
Terra Vikavolt hits pretty hard too, right?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, it hits like a truck. That's what I mean. I think Ben was underestimating it slightly because that thing does hit like a nuke.
Yeah, especially with Terra
I
Electric,
remember
which is also nice because it gets levitate.
I think I
Does
bought
it
like
learn
fully
Terra
bulky.
Blast?
Yes. Does.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say it should.
Yes,
I'm pretty sure it's a Gen 9.
Yes, Munchot too. Like honestly, Thicker I used it basically fully bulky and sacking a mock, and it was nuking defensive mons. It was like 2-hit KO in them, and I was running it fully defensive. With Terra Electric, Volt Switch is a nuke still.
By the way, can somebody explain to me why in Vicable's Dex entry it says that it's super fast? And this shit does not have a fast speed set at all.
Isn't it like 45 or something super slow?
It's incredibly slow.
It's 45.
It's-
Like
He's not
Quagsire,
going
both
fast. He's
things-
going at a leisurely pace.
Yeah, but it's faster than Quagsire, and Quagsire is known for its speed, so you know.
No.
Off to the next topic. I love
Then
this.
it's
I
beliefs.
love the support on this team.
Shout out Goldango.
Goldango,
Shout out Delibird.
Umbreon,
Umbreon.
Yuxi, even Cradilly, they all support the team in very good ways.
Might even be a little low.
Mega Pidgeot.
Yeah.
So I do feel like Uxie and Umbreon kind of fill similar roles.
They do kind of, but then also they don't.
Yeah, because like Umbreon's more of a wish, toxic Stormon. Uxie's like set up hazard and then just like slowly pivot into stuff.
Screens.
Also
Yeah,
screens.
as well.
Also,
They
Yuxi
are
gets
similar.
knocked off, I
Umbreon
think.
gets screens, right?
Yuxi gets
I don't know
screens.
Yeah, Uxie
No,
definitely
Uxie does. I assume Umbreon does as well, though, right?
It does, but I don't think screens work well on that.
Yeah, it's more
I
of a
think
wish passer with heal bell. Or toxic,
And
depending on what you need or want.
Umbreon's good with foul play as well.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
Uxie does get knocked off, though, for sure.
Yeah, 100%. So pretty
Also
good.
Psychic Noise to stop healing as well.
Yeah.
Psychic Noise, stop healing. Goldango is just going to be annoying as shit. Tom can
Yeah.
help out. Honestly, I think the supporting roles might even be too low.
Oh yeah, I
Bump
think
it
we
like a
underrated it. I mean, you got Credilli as well, which will support in some matchups, especially with one specific Mon.
Yeah.
Not gonna say
And
what,
and Mega Pidgeot, bro. You know, he like
Tailwind,
backbone of the team.
Tailwind, Toxic, Whirlwind.
But let's get on to the
Agility.
problem solving before we rant more about Mega Pidgeot. I don't want to hear more about that Pokemon.
But you're gonna hear it tomorrow at Wooper Yours. Don't worry.
No, that on the team.
Somebody in
by the way,
Wooper drafted
generally,
it as well.
Yeah, but
Yes.
honestly, on this team it works. I don't think it works on the other team. But
Oh,
we'll get
jeez.
into that.
Okay, problem solving is the big minus of this team because Garchomp is a little versatile, Infernip is a little versatile, but the bottom half, like Umbreon and down, is not at all very versatile. Like the top half,
Yeah,
you can
like-
argue they
No.
are all at least a bit versatile, but from Umbreon and down, Tentacruel is I guess a little versatile. Same with Vikavolt, but the rest is not really.
No, you can run
Especially
physical
Mega
Mega
Pidgeot,
Pidgeot
the
with
same
no guard takedown.
I'm gonna murder you, Roy.
Jesus, Roy.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll stop that.
Yo,
No, you are
what do we
right, man.
Mega
I don't
Pidgeot
think
with?
you make something here.
Yo. Give Mega Pidgeot like fucking Bolt Beam coverage, bro. Make
Give it
good.
Boom Burst.
Give it
Boom
Boom
will make
Burst.
it good.
Give it Bolt
If
Beam.
it Boom Burst is good immediately. Even Hyper Voice improves it. Hyper Voice makes it much better immediately.
Make it an electric type and give it Thunder.
That's what I'm saying, Ben.
Oh no,
Just
honestly,
give it fucking.
give it Hyper Voice and it's better immediately. Or just any
Just give
coverage.
it-
Like it's got like 3 moves.
I hate
Give
Pidgeot
it Gen.
with a passion.
Give it Gen 1 Hyper.
Like
yeah, give it Gen
regular
1 Hyper
Pidgeot
Beam.
is my most hated mon, and Mega Pidgeot is not a big improvement.
Can I just say, Daniel, this is how good your team is because we're basically ranting for 5
Big.
minutes about Mega Pidgeot and making jokes about it, but your team is still ranked third. That's how good your team is.
Yeah.
Your team is very good. Like,
Yeah, your team is second. I actually do
Mega
like Pidgeot on this
Pidgeot-
team. It's like a come 3 times in specific matchup.
please drop it. Drop it.
Like it's
We'll
hard.
we'll move you to number 1.
Also,
Dude.
poor TJ.
Yo, Ben, what the fuck is this picture?
That's a Poltergeist.
Teacher
No,
J has
no,
not
no.
talked enough for me to find more funny quotes, so I just put that in.
So you just put
Like Bruce's
the
voice.
baddie
He
Megalo
doesn't know
funny.
who you are, Ben. That's sad.
I was on the same servers then like a few years ago and they don't remember me. That's very sad.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
what I mean.
The
You should
Gooses
rank him low
lose.
just for that.
This might be my favorite team of the Quagsire though.
Wow.
I think my favorite team's yet to come. To be honest.
Yeah, it's for me it's interchangeable with the number one team because I like both very very much.
I do
he's
like this
blushing
team, though.
right
This team's
now.
good.
Oh,
Come
no,
on.
we're blushing. We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Let's get to the essential
Yeah, we'll get to
roles.
that in a
We
minute.
have one of the best ground types in the game. We have a steel type. We have a bulky water type. We have a ghost type. We have a fairy type. We
What the hell? Yeah,
have a dark
some of
type.
those teams you just look at like
We have a
yeah,
grounded
it's just a
poison.
good-ass draft.
I do like this team a lot. Like I also do like the Terrors on Mavusiv, though I will ask some questions. Does it get toxic? I don't think it does.
I don't think so, but Terra Poison's still like usable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I would prefer a different Terror, though I'm not sure what with its move pool. But
I mean, Terra Poison
Fairy's
is good
great on it.
in a defensive way for Mabosov because fighting type and fairy type attacks.
Ruby
Oh,
has
yeah, that's
fairy
true,
for
actually.
fighting,
Yeah,
so
right,
it's mostly for fairy, I guess.
Yeah.
I probably would prefer Steel, but I don't hate Poison here. Now you saw me on it because it helps with the fighting as well.
Yeah, this
In a match where let's say basic Sneasler, like it's perfect.
Yeah, the hazard setting on this team is amazing. With Glamora, Lando, Heatrans as setters, and plus webs from Rabombi.
Yeah. Even the removal's pretty good. Like Glamora, Lando T, Brambleghast. I do
Latios.
like double basic effect then. Latios as well. Latios I like as well when you bring it once for defog and that's all you ever bring with defog, so that's good for me as well.
Yeah. Speed tiers on this
Manetrix
team
is
are
alright
also pretty
2.0.
good.
Yeah, Manetrix not a bad 2.0. I feel like it can come to a game or two with the right spot.
Yeah. Breaking power is on this team is interesting because Lopani obviously carries it a lot. There's then we have Latios, Lando, and the occasional offensive Heatran set. Rabombi with Quiver Dance is an option.
Brambleghast Bramble with Terra Ghost, Poltergeist might do really new. Honestly, I think I prefer this team. I think I might rate it above Soda's team if Rabombi was Terra.
Spoilers.
I think. Well, we know it's Soda because like, anyone paying attention knows it's Soda. But anyway, honestly, Terra Rabombi is a better offensive threat than Ramble.
Yeah, like I would have liked the Terra Rabombi more than Terra Bramble as well. But I see the vision with Terra Bramble, especially like with the Windbrider ability.
Oh yeah, it's a good shot actually. To be honest.
Yeah.
Does anything get Tailwind on this team?
I think Latios does.
Latios might.
Yeah.
I know Latios does for sure because it doesn't BGC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I think honestly
That doubles player over here.
How much do we mean about Tailwind? Actually, Tailwind's a legit thing on this team with Brambleghast.
Yeah.
We have Windrider.
Yeah.
She ride on my.
I don't feel like Latios wants to run Tailwind that much on this team.
It will not, but it can occasionally.
I meant that's more like it's like a niche option.
Yeah, it can
Right,
if
right,
it needs to.
Tailwind, to be honest.
Supporting roles on this team are amazing as well. We have Glim.
There's an Aloe and Glim.
Aloe,
Glim, Lando. Fucking hell.
Rabombi,
Brambleghast.
Yeah.
Honestly, even if you have enough coverage to cover everything with low punning with 3 moves, you can just run a support option as well because low punning has a stupid support move.
Yeah, they're
like encore. Again, yeah, just fake out.
Yeah, like even Manectric can provide Thunder Wave support if it wants to.
Yeah, does it get Nuzzle?
But like
that thing might actually get Nuzzle. Let me check real quick.
Yeah, that would be legit asking this time.
Fucking Iron Hand giving you uppies, and that's how you
It does not get Nuzzle.
Paralyzed from raw joy.
Oh, okay.
Paralyzed with joy.
Iron Hand's giving the uppies. Game Freak, make it happen. Gen 10, Iron Hand's giving uppies.
Anyway, back to where we were. Supporting roles on this team are very amazing. Like everything is there to help Lopunny and Latios thrive.
Yeah. It's a really well thought team.
Yeah. Like the
It's like my
defense on
idea,
this
but-
team is very good. You have a core of Aloe, Heatran, plus you have a Bramblegast that can help there as well in the Lando T. Then the offensive core is Lopunny with Latios, and then you can add whatever you need in that moment to it because you have enough options.
For sure.
The problem solving is probably the weakest part about this team because there is some Pokemon that are very one-dimensional, like Manectric and Mabostiff. Aloe's a little.
Slight sense, but not
Coming,
really.
like, I mean,
It's
he's coming like
wish or it's AV.
defensive Claire. Yeah.
Yeah, defensive
It's
Claire
wish
or
or
like
AV.
AV stuff.
Pretty much it.
Yeah.
I like Glim as a problem, so I feel like Glim does a lot.
Yeah, like there's the
Glim's
Rock Polish Meteor Beam
very
set.
There's Choice Scarf,
Specs as
fucking
well, it's Specs as well as a nuke. You can even run
and
toxic
set up
Sword
screens.
Sets as well
Yeah,
with
with corrosion.
Yeah, corrosion
got
toxic.
screens.
You
I
can
didn't
run
even know it got
sub,
screens till Roy brought it to me one game.
Yeah, there's also like the Latios option for Dragon Dance if it wanted to.
Yeah.
Like this team,
Sick.
although the
And
problem
of
solving
course-
is only 6.5, this team is pretty versatile. It's just that the variations of the Pokemon will probably not come as often as they can. They exist, but they aren't gonna come that often.
And like lower tiers, so there's like almost no variation on those.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Rabombi's doing either Sash Lead or I'm going to sweep you with Quiver Dance.
There's specs for Bombi, we know that. Somebody lost their Mega Gallade turn 1 against one of them.
I will say that the what makes it even more embarrassing is Specs Rabombi is more likely to come into him because they have Terror Rabombi.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But off
Mio.
to the number 1 team. And
Not my favorite.
oh,
I
Oh.
wonder who it could be. You didn't even let it cook.
Yo.
You really spoiled it.
And what's up with you in these pictures?
Soda picked him out.
Freak. You absolute freak.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know why I
Dude, I
picked
finally-
this picture out for Soda. I just... Soda doesn't say too much Mimi stuff in CPL.
You could have asked me.
So-
I
would've
feel like there's a
went to
lot of
and I would've-
screenshots. There's so many screenshots of me saying random bullshit.
Well, first of all,
Especially
you didn't put the goth.
Yeah, because that was
Pokemon. Whatever
that was
it
newer
is a little old.
or older. I
Is
don't
it-
remember.
Yeah, it was older.
Right.
Also, Soda.
Next time you need Soda fucking screenshots, bro, just ping me, let me know, and I'll fucking find some on our server. I guarantee you I can find like 30.
Also,
Okay.
one of my favorite exchanges was like basically Soda saying L team needs something, and then literally just all they really need
Ordinary. Yeah.
Fucking
That would
hollow
have been good for
purple.
ordinary slide.
Hollow
That would've been
purple.
good
for
Hollow
ordinary.
purple.
Soda,
Purple.
Soda, do you want to basically talk about your
Hello,
team?
purple. Yeah.
Imaginary
Okay, can I
technique.
can I preach my Obstagoon now?
Yes, you
Yes.
can you can start preaching like Roy did.
This is what you've been waiting
So
for.
I wanna say, going into the draft, a little context, I was so dismotivated because there was no mon I wanted to draft. I'm looking at all the top picks and like, I already drafted all I want. Like I got Palafin, I already did Mega Diancie, so none of those I was even interested in. And I was looking at Terra Captains, and I remember it was me, Ordinary, and Amelia were in a call, and we were like, yeah, Obstagoon, that guy sucks. Like I don't know why he's priced at 14. And I forget why, but I think as a joke, I started looking at it. This mon is broken. This mon is insane. I just want to. It has absurd coverage in what? Close combat, gunk shot, all the elemental punches, facade. I think it has earthquake. I could be wrong, but
It's knockoff.
regardless, yeah, stab knockoff as well. Insane. 3 beautiful abilities in guts, reckless, and defiant, all of which can be brought.
By the way, it does not have
a
earthquake. It
special-
has stomping tantrum though.
Stomping Tantrum now. Okay, I knew it had ground coverage. I just forgot which one it was. 3 amazing abilities, all of which can be brought like for any matchup. A special protect and obstruct as well. That I think it lowers defense if you hit it,
Yes.
which is already insane because he has amazing coverage. And then parting shot, one of the best pivoting moves in the game. So when I figured out all of that fun stuff, on top of the fact that normal dark isn't a good typing, but that gets fixed with Terra. I was like, okay, yeah, this is where my entire draft is being built around 100%. And then from there, I was like, okay, what goes well with normal types? And I was like, oh, I just want a special ground type. So I was stuck between Ursulina Blood Moon and Lando Eye.
Mm.
And that's why I ended up grabbing Lando Eye instead, because I thought I was very comfortable running Ursulina Blood Moon. Plus, it's 2 normal types.
Makes
Ursulina
sense,
Blood
makes
Moon
sense.
also is very hard to use as well, so I think Lando is a better choice there.
Yeah, so I ended up going Lando Eye, and then from there, I kind of like I was trying to find an undervalued Terra or one that I thought was kind of cheap, and I thought Diancie was like low key cheap for what I knew it could be, and I thought a couple people would probably see that as well. That's why I ended up drafting it round 2.
I think it was an inspired pick draft too, because look at the rest of your team. There are a lot of mons that aren't going to get sniped, whereas I think Diancie would have got sniped if you didn't grab it like round 3 at the earliest.
Yeah. Oh, and then a funny little thing is so Komao used to be in my first iteration of the draft. It was originally a combination of Haxorus and what was it? What's the squid guy's name?
Something else.
Uh,
Malamar?
No, Graplock.
No.
Oh no!
Grapplock.
Grapplock. Yeah, that's what it was.
And then
And
I was
then you were
like,
like,
wait, why
what if
am
I
I
fuse them
drafting these
together?
2 mons? Yeah, why just smash them together? So I ended up drafting Komao.
Honestly, massive upgrades because Grapplock is an unmon. It's so bad.
No, it's a non-mon.
It's
so
funny.
bad.
It's funny though.
Oh, when it was in his
It's
when it
funny,
was
but
in his
no.
builder, he was the biggest believer. He was like,
I one time got
Grapplock.
3 kills in a draft league game with a Graplocked.
Was that paid?
No,
That feels like paid.
it wasn't paid. Anyway, so to continue.
Party with-
I think beyond that, though, the draft kind of was pretty simple. I just wanted to fill out like a decent Firewater Grass core. That's why I ended up getting Clofish, Talonflame, and Ogrepon. And then I just like Jirachi because it was just a good steel type that could Witch Pass. And
You added onto
Spinops was just kind of like a less pick.
Yeah, you added hazards and a hazard remover at the end as well, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Like looking at your essential roles, you have everything filled out. You have enough hazards. Your removal is maybe a little weak,
I mean,
but
he's a spinner.
Removal was probably the
That's just a good spinner, and then it's like, Talonflame is like, I used to be a non-believer. I keep getting proved wrong. But I think it's getting better and better in my mind.
yeah, I feel like
I think-
people have stopped using Talonflame as an offensive Pokemon and really started using it as a support Pokemon a lot more.
Because that's
I
what
like
it's
it
best
now.
at.
Yeah.
Fucking terrible offensively.
I think
When
I've seen
Galwings
worse-
was still
I've seen
broken, it
worse-
was good offensively.
Like Blastoise is a very good spinner. I actually really like Blastoise on the team because it can be a threat as well. Talonflame is not the worst, but it's okay. And Lando, I guess, can do it occasionally. Just honestly, some matchups you can just fit Defog on as a 4th option if you don't want to set up.
Yeah.
Because most times all you really need is Earth Power Sludge Wave anyways.
Yeah.
I've been running a lot of Cox with Lando Eye because I honestly didn't know how to use it when I drafted it. I've had to use this team in mocks quite a couple times to figure out how to use it.
There's also some
But
other
yeah,
tech
like
that I
most of the time you don't
think-
even need Nasty Plot.
No, this one honestly, there's also some tech as well I won't reveal that you know as well. Like it can do some stuff. It's a fantastic mon if you use it right.
Mhm.
He's just gonna say Gravity Earthquake.
He's
Yeah,
just gonna say Hollow
or
Purple.
like Smackdown.
He's just gonna say
I
Hollow
wasn't actually going to say it, but yes, it was Gravity.
Anyway, the breaking on this team is very good as well.
Very
You have
fast.
Como, you have Lando Eye, you have obviously the Terra Obstagoon, which is the main threat on this team here. Even then, you still have Ogrepon, you have Shell Smash Blastoise, you have Jirachi with Scarf, or Setup if you wanted to. Like, offensively, this team works very well together.
Flying Souls as well.
Yeah, supporting wise, this team is that's the weakest part of the team. Obviously, you have the answer Jirachi plus Talonflame Ogrepon, Spidops, I guess, Quillfish there as well. But the biggest support will probably come from Jirachi, which you will mostly use defensively, probably.
Yeah, also Obstagoon can support a bit with Parting Shot as well.
True.
Sure. It also gets Trick or Switcheroo.
Switcheroo, yes.
Yes, that's true.
Yes.
Same difference.
So You burn yourself and then you give somebody burn.
I'm getting a call. I'll be back.
What the fuck?
Bro, I'm getting a call. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay.
That was him screwing us.
We can talk about Emilio, you can talk about the problem solving in the meantime, though.
Problem solving. I mean, what problems can't it solve? I mean,
World hunger.
anyways. Well, now you made everyone sad, Roy. Now you made
Good.
everyone sad.
Good.
Yeah, we didn't need to
And
remind
it looks on my
of her
TV and Donald
dying.
Trump's on my TV, so yeah, I'm sad.
Emilio, just fucking
You're not
do
even
it,
American.
man.
You're not even
I know.
American. Whatever.
I know.
Anyways, Jirachi, hell of a problem solver. Komodo, hell of a problem solver. You got other stuff. You even said all the different sets Obstagoon could run.
Lando.
Fucking, he could
Blastoise.
run. I was gonna get to Lando. I was saving him for last. God. Anyways, Obstagoon, Defiant, Reckless, fucking Scarf, Double Edge. Which I think what he ran week 1. He didn't get to show it because Lando sweep. And speaking of Lando, he's a fucking demon.
Yeah.
Like,
Also,
this team's
also,
very
also Blastoise as well.
Blastoise as well. He'd be bulky, shell smash, just be
Ogerpon
annoying.
too. Ogerpon's quite versatile.
Ogerpon, 100%, 100%.
Yeah.
Low-key,
Talonflame
honestly,
is bring
that
just bring
as well.
Talonflame to him.
I'm gonna be honest,
I mean,
I forgot
Talonflame-
what.
Cyclops
just
has
bring
an
it-
underrated move pool as well, by the way. Spidox could do some tech as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I forgot what the last slide was on this fucking slideshow.
Save it for when if Soda comes back quick enough. But yeah, man, the problem solving. This team just does
Go ahead.
a lot of stuff. It does a lot
I'm
of
not
stuff.
looking forward to prepping for this week too.
It's all right, man. I don't think any of us are.
Oh,
So
now
I'm
I
kinda
remember.
glad I
Now I
faced him.
remember. Oh, okay, I remember.
Is it funny? Is
It's
it funny?
It's funny.
Well, he
It's
made
calling
that
you
very
out,
Fuck.
though, Emilio.
funny.
It's calling you out.
I fucking knew it was gonna. You know who else would he call out?
I mean, you.
Roy?
Ordinary.
I already did that in the Clodcire one. It's okay.
It'd be funny if all the fucking PRs were the end slide was just fucking fuck ordinary.
I wanted to do it originally, but I was like, okay, I gotta. I can't hate too much.
Oh yeah, fuck. We need to pull Soda back in. I forgot.
Pulling back in.
I got it.
Okay, so we have finished talking about your team.
He DM'd me. He said I need uppies from VC.
He's from VC. Yeah.
No,
So
my boss called me randomly, so I had to figure that out real quick. But yeah, I'm back.
yeah. So we've talked about the problem solving on your team with how many different sets your Pokemon can run, and you already went in depth about Obstagoon. Emilio just talked about Como, Jirachi, Lando, Diancie, Ogerpon, Blastoise.
Yeah. Typically, that when I build my teams, I try to keep in mind that this is just kind of a mindset I have in competitive games in general. Is I want to be able to deal with like any matchup that I get handled with. So that was a big part of building this team. Did y'all talk about Ogerpon, by the way?
A little bit, yes.
A little bit.
I just want to preach a little bit about Ogerpon. I think he's one of the best draft mons, low-key. I've been talking about him a lot with like a couple of people, and the amount of things that mon can do is kind of crazy.
Yeah. I like.
Okay,
There's a
as
reason why.
last season, I loved it.
Yeah, there's a reason why most Ogerpon forms get drafted every season.
Like I
Well, I've
use
been really
it
impressed
as
with grass
the
specifically.
item as well. Like the by having an item
Yeah.
makes it. I ran it with like I think every time I bought it, I ran it a different item.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love its flexibility so much, especially since he gets like knock and then like really good coverage as well.
Yeah, but kind of one thing that's kind of funny. Yesterday we had Zeb, who was number 1 in Clodcire. Today we have Soda, who is number 1 in Wooper. In Quagsire, I mean. Who's number 1 in
Y'all
Wooper? We
know
gotta
we
get
need
them
to
for
get it.
tomorrow.
We know we need to get
100% not happening, bro.
Not happening.
No, you can never coming.
Never coming.
Yeah.
You could try. We could try. It's not happening though.
Okay.
Pate's not coming. You're right. Yeah. Sorry, Pate.
Pate would never. Come on.
Yeah,
Anyway,
shame, 'cause they're number 1.
that would be the power rankings of Quagsire. Do you guys still want to say anything before I get to the last slide?
It's coming home.
Jesus, fucking
Best
good.
of luck to everyone. Shout out to the org and our org member in Clodcire and in Hell yeah.
Hey.
Also, shout out to Mega Pidgeot as well.
Jesus.
Fuck Measure Pidgeot, bro.
Anyway, to
Man,
finish
fuck
off
that.
the episode of Quagsire, there is one last slide. Emilio has a crush on Taco.